because I think it makes chat more visible. But if it's in the wrong place, do let me know. She is an adorable gremlin. Oh, look at that 99, damn. Sorry, really, I'm so proud of that 99%. Hello. What do you want? You want an entire hand? I'll give you an entire hand for the entirety of stream. Do you want to sit on the mouse hand? There you go. Little gremlin. Hey, Prismop, how you doing? Welcome back. We are intending on filling up the dream nail and seeing where that goes today. Oh, I see that is in front of important stuff. Let me just quickly shut this down a bit, would you say? Well, it is transparent. I could leave it there. I don't know. We're trying to figure out where I should put chat. So apologies for everything moving around a bunch. We'll put it there for now, I think. Excuse me, chat. Stay with the chat box. Hang on. It's... Why does it always do this? Should be both. There we go. Both are moving. There we go. I'm great at this, I promise. Yes, today, let's see, what do we have? Oh, get back down. Right. That's also not a good place, is it? Oh dear. Right, let's see. We have Unbreakable. Oh yeah, I think we should start and end each stream of Hollow Knight with the run of Grim. See how that goes. I'm still not convinced that's a good place for chat. I'm sorry. This is definitely inconvenient. I think maybe the bottom corner. Let's make it a little smaller, maybe. It's not the most legible, but hey, it's... Maybe the top corner was fine. Put it there. It's fine. I'll stop moving it. I will stop moving it and leave it until somebody tells me where to put it. It's fine. Sorry. Alright, let's do a run of Grim, see how this goes. Always good to warm up with like the fastest boss fight in the game. Remind myself why this game is terrifying. And see how it goes. I do love Grim, he's so cool, and I would love to beat him. I don't think we're gonna manage. Daily, exactly! And hello Artwork, how you doing? You arrived just in time for me to not be in the middle of the boss fight. Pico says hello, you may be able to hear her chirping in the bottom corner. And as usual, tell me if chat's in the wrong place, because it's been bugging me because I keep putting it in the wrong place. Alright, hey Grim! Nightmare Grim. Streamly? I'm not entirely sure what you mean, I'm afraid. Oh golly, hi Grim. Whoa, fire. Whoa. Yikes. Ah, how did that hit me? Whoa, no, damn it. I thought I was moving out the way of that instead of into the way of that. Jeez. Alright, thank you for the lurk, nerd. Have a wonderful day. Yikers. You can tell I haven't played this game in a little bit. Pico's narrating or something. I'm not sure what she's doing, but it's certainly cute. Okay, we'll do another one. No, not that way. Because we can. We'll do 2 runs of Grim. Because that was embarrassing. I landed like 1 hit on him, but that's okay. Well, okay. Yikes. Ow. 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 Oh. Oh, I ran into him. Streamly would mean I do it every stream. Oh, I see! Got ya. Oh, I understand now. Instead of the daily Grimwort, the stream. Got ya, yes. Sorry, I'm clearly not quite on my game, because I'm not picking up on that. I'm gonna actually lower the sensitivity just a touch on the microphone, because I can see it's peaking a bit. There we go. And hello Alpha, how are you doing? We are indeed starting off strong with with opening and ending each Hollow Knight stream with a couple of Grim runs. Ooh, I actually want, you know what, no, I want to keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this for a little bit, because... Pico also says hi, as you may be able to hear. True. Every Friday, we open and close each Hollow Knight stream with Grim. Ooh. Damn it. Ow. Whoa, buddy. Ow. Yeah, that didn't go very well. Yes, hello. Hi, Rotom, how you doing? As you can tell, we are not doing great against Grim. I'm not expecting us to beat him. The other plan we have today is we want to fill up our Dream Nail. We haven't done the Soul Sanctum one. So today we're trying to fill up Dream Nail, then potentially go for an end of the game. Even if it's a bad end, we're going to go for an end. Here's the idea. She has her new Borb Orb. You can't see it off camera, but it's huge and it's palatial and it's awesome. Pico's new cage is like the fanciest thing in my room. Alright then. Hello, Grim. I know you like to call this a dance, but it's really not a dance if you're just beating the crap out of your dance companion. But hey. Okay. Okay, gotta hit him. Ow. Pico, not on that finger right now. Ow, I hit him. What is this? No. Okay, well. I'm impressed with us. We did decently there. You being on this finger right now is not a good idea. Please. She likes to... It's like she sees which fingers do the most motion and then she wants to stand on them instead of being sensible. And there's a feather about to fall into my tea. Yeah, nope. First, exactly. I'm wondering if that's an indication of getting further into the fight or something? New? What? New dragon? I'm confused. I think that follower emote's been around for quite a while. Hello. Greetings. Fuzzy. We've already established this. You can't have this hand. Exactly. Stop my fingers from clicking. There you go, Pico. Back into your sphere. You good? Sometimes I just have to make sure she's able to get all the way into the cage. Because she's not always the... Do you need help? There we go. Okay, don't worry. She's fine. Oh, nice! Hell yeah! Congrats! I'm still at... That's the wrong button. I'm at 99. I can't tab in here. Which I'm really proud of. I'm super duper proud of our 99%. But hell yeah, that's awesome. Time to eat. Enjoy your food, Alpha. Yeah, I'm not anticipating to get anywhere near 112. I want to get 100. I doubt I will. But yes, okay. Hi, buddy. Okay. Whoops. Ow. Woo. No, bad. No. I didn't peg what attack he was doing just then. What? Wait, hang on. What charms do I have? I'm interested. I'm invested now. I feel like we did well that one time. Yeah, we have 99% completion down in the bottom corner, which I'm very proud of. Quick focus is 3, isn't it? Yeah, can't afford it. That is good. That is... This one, Stalwart Shell, is so good. Because you know what I've realised? In those horrible attacks where he tunnels down, then tunnels across, it means I only get hit once. I don't get caught by his fire trail. It's so good. I didn't even realise that was what was happening, but it's so good. You know which 4% those are? Interesting. Yeah, maybe we'll get 100% today, depending on how well the dream bosses go. But also, I'm kind of stuck in a Nightmare Grim loop. I'm interested that I'm no longer finding him stressful. Ooh, that's cool. Now, not worth it. Oh, bad. Not good, but that's okay. Yep, there we go. Oh well. Good start, yeah? I've gotta say, Quick Slash makes double parries really cool. Trial of the Fool aerial... Oh, man, yeah. The aerial phases in any of the trials are terrifying to me, but Trial of the Fool, I pretty much gave up on. I know I said I wasn't gonna do Nightmare Grim, didn't I? I did say that. I said I was gonna get an end before I fought Nightmare Grim, but also, he's so fun though! I love him! His fight, man! This was meant to be just one run to have my butt kicked and just get it over with and get started, but now I'm invested. Ah, rats. Did you see that? I didn't take any damage! That time I did, but it's okay. Fair enough. I didn't take any damage from that one attack though. We're doing it. We're getting better. And even if it gets to a point where I'm like, right, let's give up, I'll be in the mood then. I'll be nice and I'll have good speedy reaction times and be prepared for every other dream boss that's gonna come and cause us endless pain. I'm fine with that. Come on, Grim. Okay. Ow, fair enough. Gotta hit him. Hit him there. I need more health. But I don't think there's really much way of getting more health. I have even health, that is annoying. I wish we had an odd number of health, because that would give us one free hit. But it's fine. One day we'll get this. Nightmare Grim has such good boss music, man. It's like really intense without being heavy. Time for... Ooh, yeah. I wonder if there are anymore. Ah, I keep running right into those. Fair enough. I'm taking silly damage. We got to a pufferfish. Given the infrequency of seeing those attacks, I am somewhat taking that as an indication of progression through the fight. I'm taking that to mean I've gotten to probably not quote-unquote second stage, but quite late in, because I very rarely see those. So it must mean I'm doing well. I'm gonna take it to mean that. I don't know if it does, but I'm hoping it does. I love this music. Damn it! Never... Forgot I can't dash through him. Ow! Thanks, Grim. Yep. Not my strongest one, but that's okay. Because I took silly damage from him there. I keep taking silly damage, but that's okay. It's a very fast-paced battle. Hi, bud. There is, of course, the temptation to see if I can go for a blue heart build instead of the build I have currently. But I have so few charm notches that I don't think it's going to work very well for me. Oh, you're doing that attack. Oh, sorry, Grim. I had no idea. Ow. Making noob mistakes. Woo! Like that. Nope, I hit his feet. Done. Fair enough. I tend to have my own builds that I work with. I'll see what I can do, but yeah. A lot of people have different builds that work for them, and that makes a lot of sense. But I tend to not take other people's builds and use them that much. I'm still proud of how many things we have. This, I need to find the other half, but I'm guessing that the seer has it. We need him. What's this one? Journey's Blessing. 4 slots. And then what? Damage. I want Quick Slash though. Because Journey's Blessing is pretty good. What's this? Lifeblood Call. That gives us 2 extra hits. Go for that. That effectively gives us 1 free hit. Try it. So, I know. So it's telling probably falsified stories of his prowess, but fair enough. I felt so guilty fighting him in the Colosseum. I felt so guilty. Because he couldn't do any damage. He was just bonking. I felt so bad. I absolutely wiped the floor with him because there's nothing he could do about it. Alright, we have a little bit of extra health. But less immunity. I want to see if this makes much of a difference. Ow. There goes the life. Whoa. Ow. I tried to parry, but I did the wrong button. That's where I hit dash, but that's fine. You played Oh no! Poor Zart! Oh dear, that's kind of amazing though. Oh no. That's funny. Ay. If I had one more charm notch. I know you can do something with like overcharging or overclocking. Sorry, Pico, shush, not right now. After this round, it'll be very quick. Ow. Ow. No. Oh my word. No. Oh, I'm not dead. Okay, heal. Okay. No. Oh, I still have some. But now I'm dead. Yes! We didn't beat him, obviously, but that was really good. We tied him out. Hell yeah! Yes! I put my keyboard in caps lock by accident. Ooh. Screw whatever else I was planning for today. I'm fighting Grim now. I did! And I got to heal a little bit. That's awesome! I can't remember how many times you had to tire him out in the previous fight, think I tied him out 2 or 3? I don't know. I might watch that highlight again and see how it went. But not bad. I'm proud. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm great at that apparently. Ow, yeah, that was stupid. That was also stupid. It's fine. That was also stupid. Don't worry about it. Great. Sometimes I can just dodge fireballs, it seems, but don't worry about it. That was a very bad run. Don't you love it when you do like the best run of your entire match with him, and then the next run you just get hit by literally everything he does? That's fun. Alrighty. Here we go. Hey Grim. Oh damn, I didn't. I should never hit him too soon with that. I don't know how I managed to use a parry with that. That. Okay. Ow! Just a gentle reminder, Rotten, that it is I would prefer to avoid hints and tips, thank you. But yeah. I often find people who are good at this game have great advice, but it often doesn't work for me because I react to things in an odd way sometimes. So it's fine. I've got my rhythm with him. Ow, hi. Ah, that came straight down. Ooh. Landed in perfect place. No, bad. The fact that you can take damage from his feet there is really mean. Ooh. Apparently I couldn't parry you, but that's okay. No. That didn't work. It's nice. The first time I tried to fight this guy, I was finding that, what was it? I was getting really frustrated the first time I tried to fight this guy, and I got really tense and irritable, and I don't think it was very fun for anyone. But this time I'm actually really chill with it. I don't know why. Ah, I didn't know you were doing that, buddy. Oh, whoops. Momentum screwed me over. Got a hit in. Nice. Whoa, buddy. Doing a lot of these. Ow. That feels unfair. Yikes, dude. No, not good. Got a hit in. So close. So close. We tied him out. I just got hit by one of those things. Or it might have even been a clip into him. I don't know. Oh. True with Thorns of Agony, but I've never liked Thorns of Agony myself because it freezes you in place. And thank you. Hello, Henry. Rock and bug. I feel like we're getting better at this fight. You've noticed I put it back on, I see. Let's go. I'm hyped. Ooh, nice. Ow. That's fine. Whee! Damn it, you. Oh, I know what that is. It's a defense against. It's a defense against you getting behind him. Ow. I landed straight on that spike. Yikes. Ow. Hey, Sudotic, happy Friday. You know what? I might actually just change the title to be Fighting Grim because I'm vibing with this. Whoa, dude! 23 months! That's it, almost 2 years. That's insane. Thank you so much for the 23 months, dude. I am changing the title to being beating up Nightmare Grim. Because my main objective was to do something else. However, I'm having so much fun doing this that I legitimately don't want to stop. Your hammock is only tied on one side. Interesting. Hey, Rihanna, how are you doing? I'm assuming you're watching this from work, right? So you probably shouldn't be, but also hello. Aw, thank you, Cetotic. Yeah, it's weird. It does feel like it was very recent that I started all this. Here we are, like, what, almost 3 years? Hey, night. Ooh, eggs on toast is a fantastic choice. Also, somebody, hang on, this camera's on angle slightly. Somebody was asking me the other day how long I've been streaming. Rihanna, can you do like a followage command quickly? Like, because you've been following from the get-go. I'm apparently not following my own channel. Thank you. 2 years, 2 months, and 20 hours. 28 days and 20 hours. Hell yeah. Apparently, I can't follow my own channel apparently, so it doesn't work. 27 months. Nice. I thought I was close to 3 years in that, but hell yeah, that's really cool. Thank you, Rihanna. Sorry, I'm very excited because I'm having so much fun fighting Nightmare Grim. Oh, yeah, you've never had eggs on toast? So good. My favourite is poached eggs with avo on toast or baked beans. You missed fall. Believe me, almost nothing happened during those 2 months. Ooh. Oh. Ah. Ow. Oh, I spooked him. Oh, nope, bad Grim. Ooh. Oh. How did I not get hit by that? Ow. Jeez, Grim. How is that going that high? Ooh. Beans? Yeah. Baked beans. Ooh, hot sauce. If I was more a fan of spice, I'm sure that would be my go-to. Because that does sound good. Ooh, you guys are gonna make me hungry. I had breakfast, but it was just toast and honey. Here we go. I'm so hyped. I'm like Pico at the beginning of yesterday's stream. I'm just excitable. Come on, Grim. Where are you? Cheetah. I love the little spree noises he makes when he runs away from you. Whoop. Okay, I deserve that. That's bad. Ow. Dude, did you have to land on my head? Ow. Fair enough. Ooh, why do you always have the nicest food? You've made me have like an eternal craving for string cheese after we did that one shot, man. I just want more string cheese. Croque Monsieur. Oh, we had them when we went to France a few years ago. Way back when I last went to France, we had some of those. They're good. Oh, I know exactly why it's incredibly far before I started streaming. Because I created my channel legitimately to watch Markiplier, and then I chickened out because the chat was too busy. So that is unashamedly the reason I created my channel. I only started streaming, like, after I met Rihanna on Sick Form. So, yes. Ow, you are far better at killing me than you used to be, Grim. 3 years pre-life. And it's legitimately just because I chickened out of watching something. Hey, no, I started streaming because I started legitimately playing games, which I didn't do until you introduced me to Steam. It's kind of weird because they're such a big part of my life now, but I genuinely did not play any video games on a regular basis, apart from on the PlayStation, until after I met Rihanna. 27 days of watch time. Dang. Also, Rihanna, since you actually know how the bot works, why is it posting it twice? Watch time actually working? Yeah, it hasn't always been working. Was it broken before? I don't remember. I'm not sure why it posts both me and my username as if we're separate people. Oh, you know what it is? It's the amount of time you spend just watching me as a person when I'm not live, and then the amount of time you spend watching my channel. Just says zeros. Weird. That's odd. Hi, Grim. I accidentally made my finger bleed by biting it, so you're gonna have to bear with me, Grim. I got a hit in. Whoop. Ow. I didn't realise what thing you were doing, though. Dang it, Grim. Grim, stop that. You're being rude. Hi, Pico, I do hear you. Ah, yeah. Ow. Hang on. I had a bit of a... I don't know what it's called. It might be a hangnail, it might not be. Do I have plasters in here still? I don't remember. My finger's bleeding. It's gonna make it slippery. God dang it. I have tissue paper, it's fine. Don't worry about it. This is fine. This is about the normal level of chaos in my life. Do you want to come out? No, no, Pico good. That's good, because she would definitely try and prevent me doing whatever it is I'm trying to do. Ow. Okay, right, ready to go again. Whoosh. I love how I had an entire plan for this stream, and it was 100% not fight Grim. It was, I'll do one Grim run, and then I'll go and do other stuff, because I'm actually trying to progress instead of get stuck on a boss fight. And here I am, just bashing my head against Grim. Like, yes! Oh, nice. Pico, not right now, you're distracting me. Really? Dude, how many times are you going to do that attack? Ooh. Grim, thank you. Ow. I used to have a sweet spot where I just stand and not take any damage, and I don't know where that went. Ooh. That's bleeding quite a bit. Oopsies. Thank you. I don't know if the followage is posting it twice or not, but that one definitely was. What? But I don't understand you. You all heard her shouting at me, yeah? Because she was calling for me to let her out, and now she just run off to the other side of her cage. But... Oh. Nice. Thank you, Rihanna. You're such a lifesaver, man. I know almost nothing about this bot. I've managed to add a few commands occasionally, but yikes, I'm bad at it. Do I have a cat Pika was learning from? Goodness, no. That would be chaos. If she could learn more evil tactics from somewhere else, that would be painful. Hang on. You know what? I'm gonna washi tape the tissue paper to my finger. Don't mind this random chaos break in the middle. I bit my finger by accident. I had like a bit of loose skin and they always annoy you, so I'm like, okay, I'll just remove that, and then I made it bleed. Oh yeah, I do love that. The fact that you can just restart immediately and you don't have to fight your shade or get your soul, like your stuff back, that is so good. It's so good. It's alright, just saw Rihanna, like there's been an unbanned waiting in our thing for like forever because it's from a bot and we just didn't do it. You finally did it, thank you. Hi! Ooh, how do I say your name? Xylee fight? But I've got a very grumpy budgie here, give me a second. Shush. Grumpy bird. Hello, welcome. For a second I was confused at where Grim had gone, then I realised I've activated it, just haven't started it. Hi, you gonna chill? Or do I need to close all the windows so you can't hear all the birds outside? Don't mind the budgie. And Kenji sucks. He is really, really hard, yeah. I'm having a lot of fun fighting him this time. The first time I tried, I got super frustrated. But we've gotten to Pufferfish stage, like, twice, and we've also made him exhausted twice, but we only got to use it once. Ow, I got tanked in the face by that again. I missed him, that's fine. Right, ow. Ooh. Ow, I tried to dash him, it did not work. Oh, Pufferfish, hello. Oh golly. Ah, I couldn't quite get away from that. Nope, too high. Damn it. Darn it. Almost did it that time, that pufferfish. I want to get to the pufferfish without taking damage. Because I've done the... I want to do the pufferfish without taking damage. Getting to it without taking damage would be insanity. Imagine doing a no-hit run of Nightmare Grim. Yikes. That'd be painful. Sorry, if I'm talking really fast, it's because I'm genuinely just having so much fun with this that I'm excited. Sorry about it. That's insanity, man. Ow! Good hit. Whoop. I haven't seen those in a hot second. I wish you'd take damage from your own fire, Grim. That would be awfully kind of you. Ow. Nice backhand. Ow. Ow. Dude, not fair. Not cool. Ow. I think I touched his cloak and it killed me. How spicy is his cloak that it kills me? Well, it started good, then went downhill very fast. That is the way with Nightmare Grim. Is that not so, Pico? I wonder if you're just bad luck for this fight then, little bird. So are you also stuck on him, Xylee? Hot sauce cloak. Exactly! Hot sauce cloak. That's where all the fire comes from, didn't you know? How? I always run into that. Ow. And him, apparently. I seem to be great at running into him. Ow. And his attacks. Wrong way. I didn't actually know which button I This is great. Ow. He skewered me. Nice. I don't know the vine you're talking about, but I can imagine it, and yes. And hello KJ, how are you doing? We completely derailed my plan, and I'm just beating my head against Nightmare Grim and getting worse and worse at it each time. But it's fine. There will be a point where I give up, I promise. Pico, again with the sitting on that finger, it's not a safe place to sit. Ow. I always seem to take damage to that. How? No. Why? Dude. I used to be so good at dodging that. Ow. I think I'm just bad now for some reason. I'm losing all my ability. Oh well. Oh nice. Congratulations then. I'm not expecting to fully complete the game. I'm hoping to get an ending, and I've unlocked that because I know I'm at 99% completion. But we will see. He is definitely very, very hard. Oh, hi. Ow, the stupid lingering fire is so annoying. Hi. Ow, it carried me back into it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, well, I'm not doing great at this anymore. That's okay. Not sure why I've suddenly gotten worse, but 'tis the way of boss fights, is it not? you hit a curve and you get like really good and you're like, oh, I can do this, and then the next 6 or 7 runs you just get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's fine. We probably won't beat him together. Probably. As far as I'm aware. Come on then. Woo! Haha. Ow. Ate that one. Okay. Ah, that fire, man. Ow! Dude. Not cool. I clicked jump again. It's okay. Ow! I did not realize what attack he was doing there. That's the problem. Some of his attacks have very similar animations. Whoosh. There you go. I really do wish there was like some indication of how far into the fight you were. I know you can get a mod for it, but I tend not to mod games, at least not on the first playthrough. It'd be cool of them if they had put that in, but fair enough. Oh, damn it, Grim. Do you have to do that one first? You and your stupid spiky feet. Darn you. I'm not dead, Harry. Now I am. Whee. Whee, there we go. We might end fairly soon with him and go on to do something else. But also, I don't want to. I don't want to give up. You know? I'm not going to beat him, but I also don't want to give up. Oh, Pico. I can sense you sidling towards my fingers. Sorta. I'm guessing there are like small background indications, but it's not obvious to people who haven't played it before. So therefore, I think maybe if you don't tell me. Because I know each boss will have like indicators in their own way. Rats, that stupid fire. Hi, Grim. Nice shot. But I think don't, thank you, because it's not... Because things like health bars are very clear to even first-time players. But things like... If I take the... You know that knight with the smacking stick, who's the soul version we fought recently? True, no, I'm meaning of his fight. Of his boss fight. But there's this one boss who... The second stage is he breaks through the ground. You can tell if you're getting close by the fact that the ground starts to crack and buckle slightly when he jumps. But that isn't something a first-time player would necessarily notice or know to look out for, because until you've seen the second stage, you don't know that he falls through the ground. And so I'm sure there are indications with Grim, and I'm pretty sure that his pufferfish attack might be one, and I know that him getting tired out is one, because you can tire him out and he turns into a bunch of little bats and flaps around on the heel. I know that's a thing, because I fought normal Grim and he did that, but I don't know how far through I am. And I'm sure he has them. Ow. Ow. Great. Woo. God, he has contact damage. Pesky. Dude. Damn it. It's pretty... Well, it's not obvious to me, so we'll have to leave it. I'm sure afterwards, once I've beaten him, I'll know, and I'll be like, oh, that's really obvious, but it's not clear as a first-time player. I guess it's possible, because the other one had missed out on the second stage in the dream version, did not have the second stage at all. Potentially tiring him out means halfway. I don't know that though. Ow. Thanks. Ow. Buddy. Whoa. Nope, bad. Those things always frighten me. How are you at that angle? Dude, I'm impressed. False Knight and Fallen Champion. Is that the... I never keep track of the dream names, I'm afraid. I'm gonna get my immunity back. I never keep track of the names of the dream ones, I keep forgetting. Are those the two? Of the same one to fight? Because from what I remember, the fight, like the moveset was the same, they were just extra projectiles. And... yeah. There were extra projectiles and no second phase. And of course double damage. On certain attacks. Some attacks didn't, some attacks did. And it was very confusing. Or maybe it was just projectiles didn't, and on the attacks I thought I'd been hit with double damage, it was just a projectile. I don't know. But yeah, that was interesting. One of my favourite boss fights. Ooh. Hornet. Both the Hornet fights are really good. And then the Mantis Lords. They're also really fun. I also really did in general, it's the fights that I suck at until I beat them eventually, and after I beat them, I'm like, hell yeah, that was awesome! But Hornet was really good. Hey, nice! I do like Normal Grim, partially just because I like the boss, because Normal Grim looks fantastic, and he's really cool. Everything about Grim is cool. I like his black and red colour scheme instead of his red and red colour scheme better, but hey. Ooh, hi Betty. No. 2 hits. Ow. Couldn't quite place what you were doing. Ow, fair enough. Ow, fair enough. I used to be able to dodge that without doing anything, and I'm not sure what I did. There's like... because each of those things go up and down slightly in their path. There's one spot where where you stand there when you're hitting him, and that lowest one goes over you. And I don't know where it is, but a while ago, for 2 or 3 consecutive runs, I was reliably standing in that spot and I never got hit by the bottom one. And I have no idea what I was doing. I have no idea where I was standing, but I miss it. He's a Halloween enthusiast theatre kid. Hell yeah. Definitely. He's also a terrible parent, from what I've seen, because he literally gave us his child, and we took the child to the Colosseum. The child's entire job was to consume fire from other people. He's not a great parent. He met me and was like, yeah, have my kid. So it's a bit concerning, honestly, but he's super cool looking, so it's fine. Oh, ow, fair enough. Ah, rats. I never know when that attack's coming. Oh, it was that one? Really? Damn it, Grim. He led me to believe he was going to do the swipe, so I dodged through him, but I still hit him. Darn it. God dang it, Pico. Rats. Whoosh. A little Grimathy. Honestly, the only reason I got as far as I did into the Colosseum of Fools Fool Challenge was because of little Grimathy. Because he can help me take out the aerial things. Oh, hi. That means you're doing that attack, probably. Yikes, how did I survive that? Yikes, again! Grim! Ow, fair enough, but ow. You know? I'll take health over having done one more hit, I think. I need to hit you more, buddy. Oh! I never expect it when that happens. I know, right? Grimathy's amazing. And he's also adorable. Hello, Grimathy. Cute. I'm wondering. Somewhat. No, I don't think so. I think none of the bots are really endurance-based. Bosses are endurance-based. Never mind. I was gonna theorize something, don't worry about it. Because that seemed to time well with a crescendo of sorts in the music. It seemed like the indication was I was reaching something significant, but I find it harder to believe that there's a boss entirely based on just enduring him a certain amount of time. It's how I ran into that. Whoopsies. I'm pretty sure it's going to be that it just happened to do the right amount of damage at the right time for that to happen. Ow, that was poorly timed. I did not. I wonder if there's a correlation between me doing worse and me talking more. I bet there is. Or at least thinking more. Like, saying random inane baloney maybe is fine, but thinking and theorizing seems to prevent me from doing well. I wonder why that is. It's not like I'm taking my focus away from the boss at all. Ay, ay, ay. I dashed through you, buddy. At least I tried to. Yikes. Dude. Not cool. Fair enough. Did I not have my shadow dash or something? I don't know. I feel like shadow dashing through enemies is really, really unreliable. And that's probably me doing it wrong, but it seems really unreliable. So I should stop trying to count on it. But yet I always do. Like an idiot. Oh well. Here we go. I love this music. Right. Of course you're starting with that one. Ah, you don't leave me any space. What am I meant to do? Ow. Good snack. Oh yeah, I forgot about the fire. I'm also losing track of what buttons do what. There, see? I didn't... Oh. Ah, I clicked jump. I clicked the jump button. Clearly didn't click it in time. But we did well there. Ow. Finger. No, I was going to say something. What was it? Yeah, but there, in that one, that bottom wiggly woggly fire thing did no damage to me. And I wonder why. I don't know where it is that I need to stand, but sometimes it doesn't hit me, and I like it when that happens. I want it to happen more. Come on, Grim. Doo-doo. 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 Hi. Not what I do. Ooh. Ow. I'm finding that sometimes I'm surprised by which way I'm moving, which is not a good thing, because it clearly means I'm doing something wrong in terms of buttons. Ooh. I'm gonna... Thank you, plane, for being very loud. Plane noise. Okay. For some reason, I'll move to the one side and then I'll be surprised that I moved to that side. So I think something's going a little bit awry in my brain, telling my fingers where to click. So we will see how that goes. I've taken off the plaster because maybe that was somehow affecting it. I don't know. That's an interesting experience, to click a button and then to be surprised that you clicked the button. Oh well. Ow. Okay. Good shot. I landed right on that. Again, did not dash through him. Although I thought I had Shadow Dash. Odd. Slightly vexing. Oh well. Here we go. Getting worse again, but that's okay. Hi, babe. I Can't dodge too early. Ah, what? I thought I was in the safe zone. Gotta hit him. Ow. Ow. Doing decently. Although I am clearly still dying a lot, but doing decently. Whoosh. I wish I just had one more charm slot. That'd be good. Didn't work. Ah, no, what? Getting there. Both times it was those two at the bottom that I was clicking too fast to jump high enough. But we're doing good. Hey, War Dog, how you doing? We are gradually making minute progress against Grim, which is awesome. And for once, I'm not getting frustrated at a boss fight that I suck at, which is also awesome. I'm just having fun. Ooh, don't actually know what I did there or how many buttons I pressed, but hey, I'll take it. Fair enough. Ooh, this is not a good run. Yep, there it goes. Ooh. Yep. Yeah, that rings a bell. It was a while ago. I'm not 100% certain what you're talking about, but that sounds familiar. Fox plushies are really cute. I love them. I need one. I should get one. Hell yeah! Awesome! That sounds really nice. Ow! Good shot, Grim. You're doing so many of those attacks. Ow. Fair enough. Ow. Hell yeah, go for it. I think the screenshots and photos channel would probably be the ideal place. I'd love to see. Here we go again. Whee! Ooh. Hello, Mr. Nightmare Grim. I suppose I should call you Your Majesty, but I won't. Because I'm trying to kill you, so I guess being respectful isn't exactly the most lucrative thing. Why were you in that corner? That seems really unfair. Ow. That went horribly. That went resoundingly awfully. Love it. Whoosh. It's kind of weird to think that this is inside of his mind. So I'm invading his mind as he's sleeping and trying to kick his butt, which is distinctly not working. I feel like you can never dash away from that if you're going the same direction as him. Oh well. Okay. Whoosh. Hey Platinum Ghost, how's it going? I'm doing well. I am having a lot of fun fighting Nightmare Grim and absolutely failing, but that's fine. I don't know why I'm still going with this, because I really don't expect to win at any point, but hey. Whoa, buddy. That was not worth it. Whoop. Ow. far enough to the side. Oh, there we go. I'm getting worse and worse at this. Love it. You don't have permission to post pictures. Have you got the member role? Because if you do, you should. Into the screenshots and photos channel. Everyone should have permission there as long as they have the member role. That should work. Not sure why you wouldn't. Ooh! I parried him. Take that, Grim. 2 hits. Oh, that might have been one. Ow. Got too soon. Ow. Ow. I'm dead. Cool. Love it. That was a pretty awesome parry. I'm pleased with that. Tiny victories. Whoosh. Ah, fair enough. You trying to dash through him too early. Ow. Why does that dash end in the middle of the fire? That seems patently unfair. There we go. Okay. I'm doing awfully recently. I don't know why. The runs are getting worse and worse and worse. So we'll probably end up curving down to a point where we go, okay, I'm making 0 progress, let's move on. But that's fine. Because this was meant to be just one Grim run at the beginning, but it was so enjoyable that I had to do more. Why did your knee hurt me before you even hit? Dude, that's rude. Ow. Fair enough. Oh, ow. Ah, that's annoying. That is annoying. I can relate, as you know. I need a sip of tea. Sorry about that. Show Pico. Good idea. I will... Pico, do you want to come out? No, you're having a nap? I wonder if I can move the... Okay, if the sound cuts out, it's because the wires are really temperamental and I've touched the webcam. I'm going to see if I can show you her cage. I will also bring her out and we'll do Pico time in a minute, but she's having a nap, so I don't want to wake her up. But let's see if I can get this right. That's her cage over there. And she is... Can't really see her very well. She's on her little bridge. A green smudge. And having a nap there. Yeah, no, don't worry. We will take her out. But yes, in case anyone wanted to see, that is her impressive orb. Her bird cage, which is a very impressive cage. It's the fanciest thing in my room, man. Yes, I will... Remind me in just a, like... If I look like I've forgotten, do remind me, because I will do that. The bird orb. The Borb orb, as we tend to call it for some reason. Yes. You're awake. Do you want it? No? Okay, we'll leave her for a little bit. And then I'll take her out and we'll get a proper Pico cam view for you. Ooh. Mistakes have been made. Hi, Pico. Wakey, wakey. Ow. No, Pico. Why are you shouting at me now? That seems patently unfair. Why are you shouting at me? I was letting you have a nap. Yep, hi. Hi, I do hear you. Okay, do you want to come out then? No, but yes, but no, you're being very confusing. Okay, let me quickly... She was saying no, but also hopped onto my finger like really quickly, so it was very confusing. But here we go. Here she is. Here you go. Did you just wake up from a nap? Hmm. Final day of 11th grade. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that sounds super cozy. And also, congrats on finishing 11th grade. I'm not sure what grade that is, because it's been a while since I've paid attention to anything to do with school, but hell yeah. Okay. You're a bit spaced out, little bird. Yeah. Junior? I don't know. We didn't really have... in the UK, we don't really call it high school as far as I'm aware, so I don't know that much. I don't know if the grade system's the same here as it is in America or wherever, or anywhere else. But also, I can't ever remember the grades. And it was like year 12 that you do your GCSEs? And then it was like year 13 in sixth form. But I don't know. I don't know at all, I'm afraid. Well, go bed. Go bed. My shoulder? Yeah? Squeak? Happy? Good boy. Hi. Yeah? What? What's up? No? Change your mind about the poof? Tail wag instead. Alright, fair enough. Stretch. Pico always has to do a stretch whenever Pico Jam is... that show Pico is redeemed, doesn't she? Is that what you were shouting about, You wanted to do a stretch? Yes. Sweet. Good bud. Alright, let's try this again. See if Pico is good luck. She is. She's so cute. She's a little menace on art streams, which I find absolutely hilarious. But yeah, she's adorable. Alright, hello. Night-making Grin with your splash screen. Did you have to do this attack? And I took damage from it without even getting a hit in. No! That seems unfair. I don't know what happened, but that seems unfair. Ooh! Not doing too hot, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Don't think Pika was immediate good luck. Because I'm not doing well at this. Oh, now you're very distracting, aren't you, bud? Because you're cute and you're on my hand. Right, focusing on the screen, I promise. That worked out nicely. That seems unfair. Dang it. Well, it doesn't, because I know what happened, because I ran into him, but also that was rude. Nope. Do you have to be on that finger? Bud. You want me to do badly, don't you? Alright, I think we do a couple more runs, and then we give it a break, because I'm clearly getting worse and worse, which is fine, because I know that's a trend that happens with me in boss fights. I know that's a thing that happens, but it has set the pace of our endeavors, and so maybe that'll make us slightly better at fighting on the other bosses. Because we still do... Ow, good shot, Grim. Ow, fair enough. Ow, dodged through too quickly. Yep, and I'm dead. That's alright. Yeah, you know, let's call Grim there for now, which is fine, because we never intended to do Grim today. Why loud? What? Hi. What is it? Cage? Yeah? There you go. Thank you. I think we're gonna try and, now we have the power, we gotta try it once more. One more time. Now that we have the power to Fox Plushie. But we will try the fight once more, and then we're going to go after the Dream Nail essences and all that stuff. I don't know if I can get any more charm notches anywhere or any more health anywhere. We will find out one day, I suppose. But we will see how this goes. Aha! That was a good dodge. That was not a good dodge, because I didn't pay attention to what was happening. Ow. Ooh. And there we go. Damn it. I knew that was gonna happen, but no matter what I try, once I'm in the zone of hitting him in that, when I jump, I never escape. That was a pretty good shot. Ow, I forgot there was a wall there. Ah, Piku's eating. Cool. Okay. Okay, we have 4 more. What am I thinking of fighting? I'm thinking of fighting the broken vessel. You know, I'm tempted to actually try Grim out on this. Grimothy. That could be good. Let's try that. Bring Grimothy with us. Give the broken vessel a shot. We want the hidden station. Oh wait. We want to sit at this bench. Whoosh. That guy's still slumped over. Down here. Get some soul, because we can. Not here, this is the wrong place. I don't know what we possibly could need money for now, but... Oh, I made a mistake, but it's okay, we recovered from it. Give it the soul, kind friend. Whoosh. What was up here again? Was there anything interesting? Oh golly, hi! We need to fight those. Yes! Yes! How many more do I need? I need to fight them. The little... 2 more! One more. Anyone else? I know, but now that I know where they spawn, I really want to. Okay, that probably did nothing. Yes, I am so completionist that I want to do this. Okay. I'm totally not going all the way back to that bench to rest so that that thing will respawn. But at the same time, I'm so close to beating them. And getting that entry. Come on. What? Yes. The infection creeping through the Kingdom's dead veins. Does it have a mind? Does it produce soul? Is it truly alive? Interesting. A single cell of infection has a simple mind and can float using internal gases. Okay, what charms did I have equipped? That seems good. Spell cost is reduced. Hey, friend. Smack. Oh wait, shoot. Can Grimothy follow me into dreams? He can! Grimothy, my boy! Good lad. Alright, here we go. Lost kin. Ow, I forget all your moves, but... Oh, I forgot about these. Heal. Grimothy's taking care of those for me, which is very kind of him. Heal. Hi. Oh! Achievement unlocked peace. Oh, look, you're whole again. I want to listen to what you have to say. Oh, accept. I wanted to hear you. Okay. Nod. Aww. That was easy. I thought that would be so much harder. The first boss was so much harder, and that one wasn't. Dang. Rest in peace. Huh. Stream title needs an exception. But correction, probably. I will do that. I think what I'm probably going to do is take a very quick break and go to the toilet, maybe warm up my tea to get properly into the zone. I was expecting that to take multiple attempts. I was going to do like one attempt and take a break. How many did we need? We have enough. Dang. Alright, so let's head over to the lady. Next year. Oh, definitely. We're gonna see if we can do more dream things, because that was shockingly easy. You know, Grimothy really helped in that. He was taking out the little... He was taking out the little floaty things for me. Dang, that was... I am very impressed that that was so easy. Wait. Okay, that looked different for a second. I thought he was sitting up and it said listen, and I was like, excuse me. Hi. Can we go to the resting grounds, please? I wonder why that was so easy for us. I wonder if it's because I just spent so long getting like... getting all the dream... not the dream now. Getting the... grim things. Okay. Yes, the time has come, the dream now, and you as well, Wielder. It is time for you both to awaken. The essence you have collected, let the hope that still remains in this old kingdom, pure potential, let it course through you and into the dream nail. Hold it aloft, Wielder. Awaken. I woke up. Collected the awoken dream nail. Hold T to charge and slash with the nail. The dream nail is upgraded. It can break into even the most protected mind. Is that the king? Awakening achievement. Yes. Ah, yes. No dream can hide itself from you now. You can peer into the darkest places. You just need find the right crack. What will you do with such a power, Wielder? Whose memories will you hunt down? Ha! Do as you wish, my promise is fulfilled. May the crimes of my tribe be washed away in time, like the rest of the kingdoms. The dream nail is fully awoken, and yet you still collect essence. Perhaps I've instilled an obsession in you. Keep it at it then. I'm happy to wait and watch your progress. Ooh. Ooh, hello. Once you've collected 2,400 essence, return to me. I have no more gifts to give, but you'd prove yourself the wielder my tribe awaited. This kingdom is full of old memories. Interesting. Interesting. I upgraded Dream Nail. Okay, so of course the most obvious thing is to break into the king's mind. I wonder if there are other things. Interesting. I'm trying to think of places where I felt like we should get... like, the dream stuff should answer, but we didn't. Oh dear, she is. Yeah, also, let's check. 100% completion! Yeah! The completionist strikes again. We have... oh, look, it's so pretty! Nice. True, the music is lovely. What I think... I like this music. I'm gonna take a very quick break because I do need the toilet. So I'm gonna pop to the toilet. Then what we're gonna do is I'll update the stream title and we're gonna take the Awakened Dream Nail and go on a little bit of an adventure. And we will be entering the King's Mind. I'm gonna update the title now while I think of it. Yes, Pico, I hear you. Nail Adventures. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that's updated. I will be right back. And I'm gonna... Alright, sleep well, Platinum Ghost. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, bird. I'm gonna placate the bird as well. I'll be right back. You chill with the lovely music. And then we're gonna go see what the king has to say. Cool. Hello, hello, I am back. Kiku has joined us because she insisted on it. Jeez, bud. Speaking the language of the gods, yes. Definitely. Alrighty. Shake my hair up my ears, because it always gets in there somehow. This is not where it's meant to go. Sorry. Okay. Alrighty tighty, so does this mean it's time to go visit that old king? I am astounded that we beat that guy first try. Okay, hidden station. I'm astounded. Because that guy took us so many tries, and then I do remember we beat him on the first try of the second stream of having his fight unlocked. But he was super hard back in the day. I wonder if it is because of how fast Nightmare Grim requires you to be. Alright then. Hi. Sorry about this. Ooh. It was Broken Vessel. So the one you get these from. Where am I? Oh, I see, I can exit. Oh, I think I know where this place is. This looks awfully like the snippets of the Path of Pain that I saw. Uh-oh. You're evil. Okay. I just wanted to say hi. Ow! You do double damage. Not cool, not cool, not cool. Not cool, not cool. What the hell? No, 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 no. Grimothy, save me. Ow. What the heck was that? King's Mold. Guard. Construct of Hallis and skilled wielder of the curved claw blade. Its heavy white armor protects a fragile body. Defeat one more. Okay, so we're gonna have to kill one more of those horrible things. Well, that was utterly terrifying. Lostkin is a fun fight. Hello. No? You're calling me, but you don't want me? Got it. Weirdo. I fear for my life now. We've entered somewhere I feel we probably should not have entered. Oh! That is just void below us. You're cute. Okay. What is this? Wing mold. A fly-like construct formed of white shell and dark liquid interior. Are you just grinding these for me, buddy? I can get soul from you. Grimothy legitimately just... He's having fun. He's a little problematic. Yeah. The bugs of Hamlet's believed that the king created this world and everything in it. For what purpose, I wonder? Were his subjects companions or toys or children? Such a mind seems unknowable. Grimothy, I need this soul. I'm sorry, Mr. Wingmold, but we kind of need the soul. Oh, now you're targeting the other one. Okay, love it. Why are you being noisy, little bird? I can't believe him killing them also counts. That's really cute. I need soul from them, so I'm just gonna gather some. Oh, Grimothy, you really are gonna be a problem, aren't you? Okay, yeah, you know what, Grimothy? I might just take you back to a bench, because this is gonna be a problem. You can be quiet, please. Okay, Grimthy, I love you, but no. I love you, but you need to not do that. Oh, can I read your mind? I ties it. Aww. Oh, that was it. Why are you being noisy, bud? I don't know what you want. Okay, Grimthy, thank you, but no. I guess probably that. See you, Grim. Grimmy Bob. Have I found? Yes, I have been to the stag nest, which is pretty cool. So it's been made clear that some of his kin survived. Is this guy back? No. Why does it have to do double damage? Okay. Okay. Okay, I need to double jump between there. There. That's all it was before this bench? Okay. What? This way, I guess? Are you guarding something? Oh, I see. Hi. The void is rather concerning. Next room, I guess? Wait. I want to check something. No, that's closed from this side too. Oh, I can stand here. Interesting. Wait, no, bad. Crunch. Let's go this way. I'm already not liking this place. Oh, do I have to kill those things as well? It's beautiful and the music's really tranquil, but I don't trust it. This is gonna slam shut. Yep. Called it. Damn it, that was a waste. Yikes. Yikes. It's okay, that wasn't too bad. What does the journal say? King's Mold. They say the old king died long ago, but his influence echoes around us still. A creature like that, what did he desire? Interesting. Oh, great. Spikes are not what I like to see. Light? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Where am I meant to go? Back this way, I guess. Oh, this is probably... Okay, no, I think I understand what's happening now. Because the thing I saw earlier was probably a lift. Hello. Greetings. Thank you for the soul. I will heal now. No more? Definitely no more. Okay. Well, so the thing we just encountered, which I was locked out of, I bet was a lift, and I need to light... Yeah. Oh, no, I just need to light one light. Okay. Oh! Oh, no. This is not gonna be good, is it? None of this is going to be good. This is not going to be good. Yeah, there's no map. Why would I ever think there'd be a map? We will wait. King. Is this because I have the King's brand? Not now, Pico. Please don't shout. Okay. Hi. Pico, please. Wait. Now that doesn't make much sense. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh no. What the? Oh no. Do I have to go this way? Oh no. Super Meat Boy intermission. Oh yippee. Oh no. How? Oh no. It'll be short but painful? Okay. Oh no. This is not good. Oh no. I would rather be fighting Nightmare Grim. Oh. Okay, well that was... I kind of deserve that. How? Rude. Oh no. How am I meant to not die there? I have literally no idea how I'm supposed to survive that. So it is a really cute Souls-like. Hi, Caldir. I'm gonna go back and quickly see if there's anywhere I could get soul which isn't killing those lovely harmless people. Oh no, yeah, this is probably near the Path of Pain. I did recognize this as something the Path of Pain was. I don't want to kill them, but I need to heal. Two charms made this interesting. I wonder what they are. What charms would make this better? Definitely not Grimathy. Probably extra life, if I'm honest. Might be good eventually. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. They're too nice. And hello, Dawn, by the way. How are you doing? We beat the Lost Kin first try. And we're now inside the King's brain. And it's rather hostile, as you can see. Okay. Okay. I made it past. Please give me a bench or something. I'm sorry. You want me to what now? Nope. Nope. Ooh. Well, I hope the tests go well then. How? What? Am I even supposed to do here? Ah! Oh my word, there's another one above. Of course there is. Yep, okay, dead. More swords, indeed. Oh, it's nice that I don't die. Okay, well, let's think about this. What am I gonna... I'm going to need this. Yes. Mental... Yeah, true. I will definitely need grab song. If I'm gonna be bouncing off things, probably quick slash. Maybe extra life. What else do we have? Okay, Wayward Compass, no. Gathering Swarm, no. What? Stole Shell, not really gonna be useful. Soul Catcher, maybe not really, because it seems to be Parkour City instead of fighting. Dash Master, maybe that. Long nail? Maybe it's long nail. Oh, Hive Blood. You know what, actually? Hive Blood. That seems really good. I've forgotten about Hive Blood. What? What are you pewing about? Hmm? Honey Nut, yeah. Up we go. Oh, this, yeah, I forgot about this. Ow, why are you being so loud, huh? Huh? Why are you being so noisy? Please shut Pico. Not cool. Not cool. Which way did you go? Oh, shut your yap. Bird. No. Be quiet. Shush. Sawblade City Survival Kit. Hell yeah. The honey is going to be very useful, I think. Is this the loadout you have then for this place? This horrible, horrible place. Hello, people. You know what I want to find out? It's what's over here. Oh, this is an entirely different thing. What's here? Exit. Oh, there's an exit here. That's cool. I was hoping there might be some source of soul. More saw blades. Okay, let's not go that way then. Excuse me, kind sirs. There is. Okay, well that's locked. Interesting. That is also locked. Also interesting. That's so sweet. Hey Moon Moon, how you doing? Got Pico in timeout because she's been shouting for no reason. And we have found a not very nice place. I mean, the bugs here are lovely, apart from the king's mimics or whatever they're called, which I've already forgotten. But we have found saw blades, which you can't see yet. That might make true. But these saw blades seem somewhat manageable. Oh. Let's just wait for a little bit then. Nice. here we are. Makes this place possible. Ah, so close. Eel. Super Meat Boy, yep. That is what I have been told. I'm hoping that I'm at least half decent at this. Oh golly. My half decency will end very quickly, I all but guarantee it. Because trust me, platforming is not something I'm good at. No! I was so close. I was so close. Darn it. There's going to be a lot of sitting and waiting for the health to come back. Ding! Oh, interesting. High Blood Grub Song, yeah. High Blood Grub Song seems to be the perfect combination for this. Okay, we're fine. We made it. Nope. Wait, this? What the heck is this? Excuse me? Do you mind explaining this baloney? Hi, saw blades, which I hate. How am I meant to get there if it stops right there? That is not very friendly of it. Oh, that was, no, oh, and I made a mistake too. It's okay, I'm an idiot. Oh dear. Okay, I'm here now. What is this? What is that? How the hell? Okay. Okay. Now we're here. I managed. And I'm going this way. I don't... Oh no. Well, what's... Not what I meant to... Like... You know what? Fine. What's this way? Nothing. Because why would they put anything here? Okay, it's just a pretty view. So what you're telling me is I have to do this? My word, he probably does, doesn't he? What is this baloney? I'm sorry. You want me to just not stand on that? Oh great, this is terrifying. Oh what? I'm sorry, there's nothing beneath that? That seems nice. Oh great. At least Nightmare Grim was honest about what kind of pain his fight would entail. Oh, I love precision jumps. That way, I guess? Oh! Yes. You saw that I pressed jump, but apparently I timed it wrong. I'm loving this. Not that way either. The Pale King really needs to stop buying so many saws and plants. Where am I supposed to go? Nope. ahead, please. Yes. Yeah, that seems about accurate to what happened here. Oh no. Oh no. What if it's this? Yes! Okay, we could get across there like that. What is that? What am I meant to do there? Okay. This is... I don't even need to try the path of pain. This is painful enough as it is. What is this? Okay. Oh great, yeah, more of these. I wanted that. You know, I was looking at what I had to deal with right there and I was going, needs more saw blades. What? What? No. Okay. Oh. Today will not... Yeah, I don't blame you for not making today that day. Today is not a good day for pain. I don't even know where exactly... Am I... Oh wait, I'm meant to go there? Oh. Screw you, game, but also interesting. Oh, I made grave errors. Wait, let that heal first. I forgot that I had honey and I needed to do that. It's fine, I'll recover the soul quickly because I take a lot of damage. Ah. Okay, it's fine, that worked out. Good thing I don't have a nose, right? This seems difficult. Ah. Okay. Not that. Message received. Not that timing. It's a very tranquil and beautiful place, just full of abject pain and terror and death. Imagine having a mind so hostile that you literally had filled it with saw blades. Okay. Nope. Oh, you kidding me? That's... Come on, man. I was safe on that one. Aww. It's fine. Seems to be decent that timing. Not sure what this one wants from me. Similar to... Okay, game, thank you. That was very kind of you. I will admit that. That was kind. Is this a platform? It is. Oh golly, hi. Oh golly, hi. Greetings. I'm not sure what this platform's wanting from me. But hey, I guess I can get to the other side of it, maybe. Ground? Ground! Ground! Yay! Ground, hi. Oh, well that's not somewhere I want to go. This is not somewhere at all, apparently. Oh! My good people, did you have to be so terrifying? Really? That's all this place was for? Oh, that scared the living daylights out of me, man. Oh, great. Okay, what is this? Okay. Ow. Pain. I'm fine. I think I'm always on like really tightly wound when I'm doing parkour because I know it's precision based. This is why platforming games aren't my forte, but it's fine. Honestly, it's not been quite as bad as I thought it would be. Ow. I say that. But also, this saw blade wants my blood. At least it's not like Super Meat Boy, where you see little splats and smears of your previous attempts littering the course. I'm timing things badly. That's okay. It's nice. The honey forces you to take little breaks. Oh, it's faster. What was that? Where did that one come from? Didn't even see it. Cool. Love it. Okay. Yeah, it's not beating your head against the wall quite as quickly when you have the honey charm. Okay. Okay, we're here now. By some miracle. Oh, I see what I'm meant to do. Not that. It's not that. But I think I see what I'm meant to do. Can I just say that this game is very cruel? Well, maybe not cruel, is right. It's very harsh. Oh my word, what are these? Help! Oh, I'm fine. Greetings. Greetings. All that for a lever. Okay. We've done that and we never need to go there again.
Oh.
Greetings. Fellow people. Oh, I need another before I get to this lift? Okay. Bench. Hello, Bench. I like you. I like you, Bench. I am very grateful for your existence. Hi, people down there.
Oh.
Hello, people. Do you know where I'm meant to go? Because I don't. Where is this other thing you want me to do, game? I don't happen to know the layout of this place very well yet.
Oh.
Okay, they don't seem to know. Wait, no, I remember now. Oh, this is dangerous. I recall. But we got to rest at a bench, which is very good. It was out past these people. Oh no. Okay, maybe not. Let's not use that ability at all. Yes, I remember now. More saw blades. Oh, what? Okay, ambush. Ambush saw blade. Did not see it coming. Interesting. Ah. Okay. Safety here. Hello, Pico. You're making everything sketchy. Okay, nothing down there. This guy is mean. Oh, he is speedy. Hello. Greetings, bud. Hi. There goes a tiny feather. That's cute. Put that in my pocket. Good bud. Now you be chill, okay? Because I'm doing some really intense... Ow. That almost worked. It did not, but it almost did. There you go. You can see it in my mouth then. Okay, we're getting there. It's nice to have full soul. Whoa, okay. I did that by sheer fluke, and I'm very happy that my sheer fluke helped me. Hi. Saw blade. Did not think you were gonna move for a second there. Wall enemies, but spinning so fast they're like Sonic. Yes. Oh. So I could have just dropped down there instead of jumping again. Why are you shedding so many feathers, bud? It's gonna be winter. It's not a good time to be shedding. Okay, we're fine. Very sharp, fast Watcher Knights. Oh no. You know what it is? It's Watcher Knights who tried to do this, but they activated cheats and they clipped into the wall, and now they're constantly in their falling animation. It's definitely that. Okay. Oh. Silly mistake. I got through and then I jumped into it. Like a smart. Okay, bud, you keep preening there and not making noise. Okay. I clicked control instead of shift, and so I did not dash. Hi. What's up? Where's Squeak? Sage? What? You're on the floor now? Give me a second. Bud, you really need to not fall onto the floor every time I offer your cage to you. Come on. Come on, let me get. Yeah, I know. It relaxes you all right. You silly little thing. Alright, well the bird is now in a cage and not on the floor. She's having a snack again. Okay. Ah, that's the first time I've hit that on the way down. In a little bit. It's fine. If we take this really slowly, it's not that bad. It's really intimidating, but it's fine. Definitely. Yes. They're constantly spinning. Ooh, that was a very close pull. Nope, too high. Okay. Corrected too much, that's fine. This, yeah, you know what? This feels a lot nicer with the honey hearts. Because, ow, like the Queen's Garden parkour was awful and frustrating, and I hated it because it was so punishing. But this isn't as punishing because I have endless health if I take it really, really slowly. And time it better. Okay. What? Okay, that's mean, but okay. Yikes, so you gotta drop straight down there, got it. Oh well. You are not very graceful in that cage, Pico. You're really not graceful when you do that. jumping? I should just drop off the wall instead of jumping. Definitely should just be dropping off the wall instead of jumping. I'm just so paranoid that I'm like, I get more control when I jump. But I also get more saw blade to the skull when I jump. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, how am I meant to reach that one? This feels very much like it was a trap. Okay, that's fine. Dang it. Oh, that's fine, that's not too bad. What am I gonna do once I'm on that platform is the question, but I guess we'll answer it once we're on that platform. Okay. Now we're here. Ow. Okay. Interesting. This is difficult. Very precise. Nope, not quite that. That's fine. We'll get there. Okay. Oh, not that. Definitely not that. Okay. No. I'm getting there. I almost had the ability to jump off that. Not quite, though. Oh no, sorry. I only just got that, Rod. They're in Spain without the they're in spin. I love that. It took me this long to get it, but I got it. I like it. Ah, why did I dash that way? It's a good one though. Nope. That did not work. Oops. The temptation to just use my soul to heal is strong, but I think having these downtimes is a mandatory thing that I should insist on keeping. I wish I had this checkpoint there, but I don't. That's okay. I kind of want to bring a shark over to de-stress on. I'm not that stressed, I'm just tense because I feel like I'm gonna mess this up at any moment, like I just did. It's dash, turn around, jump, land. That's what I need to do. Yeah. Not that. No, while we wait, I am gonna get a shark. Melon! Melon! Come here, melon! Aesthetically, you will match this place the best. Melon! Melon is joining us. This is the shark I got for my birthday. So he's the newest of all of them. Melon. No, so close. I think it's jump, dash, then everything else. Melon. Alright, Melon, you're probably going to make my performance worse, but also you're so cuddly that I can't put you down now. Move your hand. You're not on keyboard, I'm on keyboard duty. Okay. So jump, dash, nope. It should be a shorter jump than dash. Should I just put the headphones on Melon and Melon's gaming instead of me? Yes, definitely. That would be the most productive way of doing this. I should stop procrastinating. Okay. Okay, so now... Nope. Why can I never get this quite... This is, for some reason, the chokehold section. Not sure why, but hey. Choke point. Chokehold is a different thing. Okay. Nope. I should try just jumping forward more, maybe? I was doing better before I started analysing everything. That was a mistake. I thought I was closer to healing than I was. This is what happens when I get impatient. Tut tut. No, not that. No. I do get another beat of the wings after that. Interesting. There we go. Finally. What is this? What is this? Oh, I missed my old spot. The previous spot was nicer. Ow. Ow. Okay. It's fun. Yay. Yeah, I do feel like we are making decent progress, which is good. But, you know, I'm going to turn this slightly down so you can see Melon a little bit better. Melon. Yes. Melon view. We're making decent progress, but it's taking a long time. Which is fine. There's no rush. We have another hour. That was a bit harsh, but hey, that's fine. I'm just timing it wrong. You know, I should probably be doing it on this side. Nope. No, bad choices have been made all around. This bottom one's really very quick. But it's fine. Okay, I missed the platform entirely. Oh! Ah, whoops. That was a mistake. Ta-da! No, wait. Oh, close ball. That was stupid. I'm making silly mistakes now. Yeah, I am also regretting finding this place. How are you doing, Heinrich? Welcome back. We are in pain. Well, in the land of pain. We are currently not in pain because we're doing decently. It's just very slow. They're all interesting. I mean, I've heard of the Path of Pain. It's a bit concerning to hear there are places worse than this area. I think the Path of Pain is in this area, but I'm not entirely sure where it is. And there's a part of me that doesn't want to find it, because all it gives you is extra lore, I've heard. Oh my word. Oh, you're speedy too. Okay. We made it to here. Oh, here's a soul giver. That's nice of them. Not that I can use it because I have full soul. I would much rather have a bench. But I can understand how that might be unreasonable to ask for. Nice. Yay! Next room. I retract my yay. I retract my yay. This is not a yay-worthy room. This room does not get a yay. Oh no. But yes, we're trying. I would like to do this, and well that I have the... Oh, interesting. Oh, not sure I'm a fan of this, but cool. -1, yay, exactly. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. In terms of everything. Okay. What is this? No, that didn't work. That what? Oh, are you meaning the frickin'... Oh, take my delicate white flower through the most thorny areas of the non-dream worlds without touching anything or using any transport. And if it breaks, I'll be incredibly disappointed in you. That quest, which is harsh beyond all words. I love that quest. Nope. You wanted to reverse yay, but that's just yay. Good point. I have not done that quest, and I'm not intending on doing that quest, because that implies the ability to do hitless things, and I'm not a hitless kind of person. My entire shtick with Dark Souls is get as much health as I can, so that I can just tank as many hits as possible. So that wouldn't really work out. Nope. I wonder how you are actually meant to do this. It's too fast to just run through. Yeah, well, didn't it? True, I may well breeze through that quest after I do the Path of Pain, if I do the Path of Pain. I did say if I find it, I will try it. Oh, you can just kind of run through it. Interesting. If I find it, I will try it. I am in no way promising that I will ever finish that monstrosity. Because I've seen bits of it, and it looks like a whole bunch of pogoing and not having any ground, and having to use Crystal Dash at some points and then cancelling it. It looks terrifying. This, at least, is about timing when you hop. But you have ground. I like the ground. Give me ground. Oh, well. Oh. Okay. Now we're here. Ow. Oh. But I was fine in between the saw blade. Yeah. 6 hours. Dang, that is a lot of dedication. That is a heck of a lot of dedication. I'm very impressed with that, but also, wow. Ow. And yeah, that is a good question. Who here has done the Path of Pain? Not me, obviously, but... yeah. I've seen Blood Samus do it, and he's... that person is insane. Legitimately did it, and then like an hour later went back to see if he could do it again and was disappointed that you can't do it twice in one run. I am astounded that that is something somebody would want. But hey, I'm very impressed. Speedrun path. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Never, yeah. Once you've done Colosseum 2 to 3 and or this place, the floor is now your best friend and you never ever want to let go of it. Right? Ow. I feel like I'm getting worse and worse at timing things. That's okay. I did that by fluke one time, and now I'm just trying to recreate the fluke. Not that. Mmm. Spicy. Good job. This is the most comfortable way to do this painful place. I should probably dash twice. I should dash twice. That's what I should be doing. Why am I not? You hate this place? I don't blame you. I hate this place too, and I've been here for a very, very short amount of time. You're allowed to say that. You're allowed to say noob ass. And yes, I completely agree. Things that require me to be pixel perfect. Ugh, no. What? But I was safe the last time it went past. Aw, dang it. Is it just impossible to walk past that? Maybe I have to jump past it. Ow. Them pixels, I know. Frickin' yeah. Good thing I don't need a nose, right? Yeah, no, I should have seen that one coming. I stopped right in the middle of its track. Oh yeah, tell me about it. That's legitimately what stopped me from continuing on Nightmare Grim, is I'd click a button and then my brain would go, I'm going this way now? Why am I going this way? And so I was just starting to surprise myself with what buttons I was pressing. So it's not a good feeling. Great, we have plenty of time to chat while I'm doing this terrible parkour. It's not even parkour now, it's just sprint through jaws of spinning death. Ow. Very true. Grim will not know how to predict my movements if even I can't predict my movements. But on the other hand, I kind of need to know what I'm clicking. Dang it, I'm so close. This is probably the slowest somebody's gone through this area. Maybe not, but feels like it might be. I'm gonna use this to heal, because it's very slow. Okay, there we go. Not even close. Fair enough. Okay, that worked. Now what? So close. Okay, this is fine. We're getting there. Slightly. Slightly getting there. Ow. It's gotta be an awful feeling, getting a saw blade down your spine. I don't know why this little bug is doing all of this. No. Yeah, that I completely get. Playing Hollow Knight during the heat flash that we had this summer, where it got up to 42 degrees in my room, that was pain because I was sweating without even being tense. Everything was slippery and it was very unpleasant. Oh, yes. No! Dang it. So yeah, at least it's chillier now, and so I'm less likely to be sweating. Oh yeah, I hate that feeling. Like, there were times where I'd legitimately put tissue paper between my hand and the mouse so that I might have a chance of gripping it a bit better. Just because, Okay. Yes. Good. No! I was so close! I was so close though! Dang you! Why? Ooh, yay, love that feeling. Yeah. Oh. Aw. I wish there was a save point like in the middle instead of an enormous saw blade. Wouldn't that be nice of them? These hallways are hard enough as it is. You don't need the huge saw blade. Just give me a little spot to stand on. Oh. Oh, that's unpleasant. I'm glad I don't have that issue. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds really unpleasant. But yeah, that is the other problem with... Yeah, summer, you get too much sweat. Or at least I do. And then in winter, I can't move my fingers after a while because it gets too cold. Oh, I'm disappointed with that. It wasn't even fully gone when I tried to move. That's annoying. Almost lost some health. Okay, it's fine. See? It's fine. Everything's fine. I thought it was gone again. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Fine, see? Everything's fine. Yeah, also fine. So close. I was like 2 pixels away from being safe. No! Because I feel like I can do that without dashing. And I feel like I have to do that without dashing. Oh. Yay. I feel like I can actually take my hand off the mouse. Because this is all keyboard stuff, I don't need to hit anything. But I also feel like this will make me worse at the game, for some reason. Oh. Okay. Not that. Oh. Close, but not. As always. Close, but not. Wait. Do I scoot? Which way do I scoot to be more in camera? He's out of them. I need this. I'll move this slightly that way. There we go. That's a bit better. So that way I'm not out of camera. And neither is Cherry. Not Cherry. You're melon. Oh, yeah. Oh, what? I feel like it has a slightly different hitbox on the way up and the way down. Because that was weird, but it's fine. That was a mistake. You know... waiting is getting tiring. Oh. Please. Thank you. How am I getting worse at this now? Oh well. Okay, I'm fine now. This is fine. Okay, see? We're fine again. Okay, we're fine now. No! No! Oh, yeah. Oof. I have no idea how anyone would do this without high blood grubs on. Yikes. Yeah, imagine if you got to this point and just didn't have them. It's not even that you didn't equip them, you just didn't have them. Usually that up and down... Yeah. Yep, that is a good point. I'm glad that at some point I was like, oh wait, what if I use these ones? Because otherwise, I would have legitimately quit this place by now. I almost guarantee it. Because pain. Okay. Oh, yay. Now we just have to... Okay. Okay, this is fine. No! What? That was out the way. Frick. Eh. Once I've done the... Oh, does it? That's good. Although that implies I have to do it more than one time. I think I am getting slightly better at this. Like, I theoretically know the timings now. Yes, I will definitely be coming back here. That is 100% what will be happening. Yeah, we will see. Oh, you mean, meanie, bobini, mean. Don't mind me just insulting the soul blades. That one doesn't get an insult, that one's played quite nice, so it's fine. Never in my life have I ever thought I want to try this but harder. Brutal. One nail and no spells. You do to music. Oh, that's cool. I used to do that with some games. I do that... What I do with, say, Geometry Dash is for some reason I'd count a lot. Like, I'd do it on a rhythm. And I find that really helped. For this, it's mostly visual. The music's just lovely, though. No, I didn't move far forward enough. Tell you what, you upload a playthrough of you doing that and link it in the Discord, and once I've watched it, I'll do it. Okay, maybe I won't promise that, but it'll make me more likely to do it if you upload it. Okay. That was so risky. Get a on it. Wait, I will attempt it. You will have one stream of me attempting it, and if I feel like it's doable, then sure. But if I don't, then no. We're through! Oh my word, what is this? Let's just take a moment. Yes, we're safe. Okay, now what is this? I'm sorry. What are you expecting from me now? Yeah, not that. What are they expecting me to do? Fit through what gap? Good sir? Not that gap. Ooh, this is gonna be great. If you can... I mean, yeah, sure, I believe that it's 100% doable. I just don't believe that any sane person would necessarily find it a good thing to do. Or maybe, I don't know. Any casual player. Ah, oh, why did that not work? I got all the way through, except not quite. Sure, go for it. Nope, not that. Oh dear. This is gonna end well. I just know this is gonna go great. Each new hurdle, I'm like, yay, I passed the old one. Oh, I missed the old one. Oh, I love it. This is great. I don't know if I would have my doubts if it's casually fine, because to get to this point has been a really difficult thing, and also I've had full upgrades. Like, I don't quite understand how people can fathom doing things like level 1 runs or hitless runs of anything. Because in my opinion, casual... This game is hard even in casual, and that's where you're playing it the way the game intends you to play it, where they're like, here, we're offering you upgrades, take them. And you're like, yes please, take them. Oh. I don't even know how to begin timing this, if I'm honest. Although I wasn't looking at the screen when I did that, so that contributes. Okay. Not that. That is not how I time it. Got it. Oh. Not that either. That could work. That might be the way to do it. And then if I just pogo on that, maybe. Yeah, maybe that. I click jump. Oh. I thought it was implying to me that it wanted me to dash, but it definitely does not. I clicked it again, but that didn't work. That's fine. I'll get it. Getting there. Gradually, slowly, painfully. With lots of saw marks in my face. But it's fine because my little dude's immortal as long as I drink all the honey. Oh, how do I cancel this? I don't. Oh, whoops. That was the wrong height. Hey, Mr. Vibes, how you doing? I have reached White Castle, yes. This is just standard White Castle. It's already scary enough without doing anything else to it. I'm not cancelling that fast enough. Hello. Okay. These saws are mean. This is not the right height. Yeah. It's going great. I got to the point where I insulted a bunch of saw blades for a while, so that went well. No, so close. Dang it. Close. Getting there. Wrong height. Whoops. How are you doing? Did you say you'd completed this game? And if so, have you done White Castle? Because I think you can complete it without, because I've unlocked the final boss fight. I'm just causing myself pain for like no reason. Yes, no. Oh, that was such a quick turnaround from yes to no. I retracted it very quickly. No, sorry, Mr. Vice. Don't worry about it. Yes, I know you've completed this. I know that. You've done the Path of Pain as well, I think you said, Heinrich. So that means you've definitely done this. So this is probably just not hard anymore, but it's very difficult for me. No. Oh, that was close, but not quite. Darn it. That seems a good height. Yes! 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 True. Oh, hello. Oh. Hello. This is gonna be interesting. I'm sorry. You expect what from me now? Not that. True. It is definitely very hard. Mistake. Yep. Wrong height. What slightly worries me is because I know I've seen little snippets of the end, and I feel like going down this whole white castle, getting the other half of the white charm thing, sets me up to fight, like, what's it called? The Radiant? Which I think does, like, double damage. And on the one hand, like, that sounds like it's the good end, but on the other hand, no. You know what I mean? So we will see. I did not do well. I just slid into the spikes. Yay. So we will see. I feel like doing this is gonna be like, yay, I accomplished it! And then it's gonna set me up for an even worse thing, and I'm gonna be like, why did I accomplish it? You know? Oh dear. That's what I feel like is gonna happen. Nope. Okay, because I didn't, when the other guy was doing it that I saw, I didn't see an option to not do it, because it looked kind of like, I think, like, Hornet just appeared, and then, like, you started this Radiant fight thing, and I was like, oh, that looks bad. Don't sign me up for that one. And here I am doing what I believe sets me up to be able to do it, so yippee. You know? I might be wrong about that though. I'm sorry, what? No, not more of this. One was bad enough. Great. Oh, most people miss what to do to activate it, that's good. I mean, that's maybe not good, because I bet that's the good ending, but that's good for me. How did I survive that? Land! Yes! Thank you. I love you, land. Hi. Greetings. Hi. Hello. Good day. Bye. Good luck with ending 3. The only good ending is ending 3. Is that the Radiant one? I only, like, I've seen snippets of the Broken Vessel fight. Or whatever, no, not the Broken Vessel. The Hollow Knight fight. Like, I've seen snippets, so I know you can just fight the Hollow Knight, and I know you do something to get the Radiant. And that's all I know. Radiant is ending 2. I wonder if ending 3 has to do with the Hunter? I have no idea. How in the royal hell is anyone expecting anything from me here? Okay. Okay, that worked. Where am I going? Hello. Ah, spikes. This is it! I knew it! This is Path of Pain, yeah? This... Can I read this? Yep. I found Path of Pain. Time to leave. No, okay, I did say I'd attempt it. What does this say? To witness Secret Sealed, one must endure the hardest punishment. Great. You don't try this yet? Alright, let's not. We know where it is now. I can always come back, that is true. I thought it was something like here. Hey, I was just... Oh, I made a mistake now. I made extra mistake. Ah, yay. This is gonna be hard. Yeah. This is gonna be painful enough without doing the Path of Pain. I found it. I can say that I found the Path of Pain, and I read the warning about the Path of Pain, and then I hightailed it away from the Path of Pain. That didn't work. This is... When I was, because I think people know I've seen bits of the Path of Pain, and I've seen bits of this area. I've seen this hallway here, And the person I was watching do it just went smack through, smack through, smack. Like, how do you do that? How did he do it so easily? I don't understand. I want me to actually enjoy Path of Pain. Fair enough. I don't have a map. So, yeah. No. Oh golly. I don't know if I will ever enjoy Path of Pain, but we will see how it goes. Like, what I'm expecting, by the way, when I said I'd attempt Path of Pain, is I'm expecting to do like 5 attempts where I die at the first hurdle each of those 5 attempts. If I'm honest. No, that's not what meant to happen. True, I know, it's not meant to be a cakewalk, but I just don't understand the mechanics of how we did it so easily. Okay, well I can just chill here for like, whatever, 18 seconds is it to get that back? 9 seconds? 8 seconds? I can't remember. I'm just chilling here. No. Oh. It does, doesn't it? Wouldn't you agree that I'm insane for trying this? Also see if I can activate ending 2, which I don't even want to achieve because ending 2 seems terrifying. Okay. Okay. No. You what now? Excuse me? No, what? Hello? What was... No, I don't approve. Do not approve. I disapprove. That's not nice. Great, thank you for whapping me into the saw blade. I guess fair revenge for me smacking you, but at least he doesn't die. He gets to stay floating. Oh, I can just dodge him. Oh. Oh, that makes life so much easier. Ow. That doesn't make life easier, but the fact that I can just jump over them, this I like. I don't have to hit them. Great. That makes life easier. That does. Thank you, buddy, but... Okay, heal first. They have to be at a certain point in their area. Yeah, that's it. You move over there. Yeah. Thank you for following. Maizka? I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for following and welcome to me suffering because I'm very bad at this kind of... I'm not great at platforming, and I'm in like the most intense part of the platforming part of this game. Ow, I just took 2 damage. Great, thank you. Welcome. We have discovered the Path of Pain. I have not entered the Path of Pain because the Path of Pain seems frankly, you know... Ow, painful. Yes, we will get there. Not entirely, like, the problem is I can't get up high regularly enough to see what I'm meant to do. Oh, screw this guy. When I try and hit him, I die, and when I don't try and hit him, I die, but double. Good thing I have endless soul. Okay, that worked. No. Dang it. You have to do it in one go. Yeah, that's true. You have to do it in one go, and I don't know if there's any breaks within it. Oh, I was full there, but it's fine. Yeah, that is horrible, and like I can't stop now. No, I can because the bench is right below me, but I couldn't stop like 5 minutes ago before I finished that puzzle because I'd have to go through the entirety of it again. Oh, you mean bug! Screw you. Screw you. Just because I can. What? That seems unfair, but fair enough. Those 2 sentences contradicted each other entirely, but hey. No. Nah. Maishka. Gotcha. Welcome. Ah. If these insects weren't here, I would not be as sad. That is a very cool name. Comes almost twice as easy after the first time. Oh, because you struggle so much. Fair enough. Oh, I still didn't do well. I feel like each tiny segment of this challenge, of getting through this area, will take me at least 5 minutes. Or more than, like 20 minutes each or something. Like each tiny little nugget of it is just intensely difficult. Even like the hallways. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, no, that's not safe. Oh, I just want a safe point up there, please. It just feels like hell. Yeah, true. What was down below me? Was there a bench down there? I think there was. Okay, I got through that quite. No. How did I even get that high on that jump? God dang it. God dang it, man. I just want to find somewhere safe to sit and be past this hallway. Come on. Oh, not that. Take a sip. Good idea. Oh, I'm out of tea. Drink the dregs. What day is it? It's Friday, right? So I don't have to cook supper. You know what? If I take a little break here, we can go long. Because I have a kettle now, so I can just make myself more tea. And then if I have a tea break, then we can maybe... Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. I'll have to mute the mic for a little bit, because the kettle is quite loud. But I'll give you shark break. And then I'll have a tea break and make some tea, and we can see if maybe Pico wants to come out and chill for a bit while I chill. But yeah, I think that would be cool. Okay, shark, melon, your turn. Melon. I will mute the microphone, but I'll leave you with shark now. Oh! There goes some soul. Whoops. No, what is happening here? I don't even know what I'm doing. Help. On the eyes, yes. Accidentally on the... Maybe... Can you have them behind your eyes? Just about. Maybe below the eyes. Here we go. Don't... Melon cam, yes. Stay there. This is fine, this is working fine. Don't mind the fact that I jumped out of the area and shot some soul. Never happened. I'm gonna boil the kettle real quick. Okay, well the kettle's boiled, but I forgot to bring my mug over to the kettle. So I'm coming back to retrieve my mug. Give me a second. I should totally make the shark do all the gaming. Maybe if I hold the fins, I'll be able to press the keys with them, and then maybe I'll just be better at the Hollow Knight. That's the secret solution. Melon needs to play the game for me. Definitely how it works. I've got the me channel theme in my head for some reason. Don't question why, it just appeared in my head as I was boiling the kettle. I guess maybe it's a tune that signifies waiting for something. But now it's stuck in my head, maybe it's better platforming music than non-me channel music, you know? Maybe. The tea has been retrieved. Pico, do you want to come say hi? No? No. She doesn't. She's grumpy. Sharp gaming. Hello, I'm back. We have retrieved tea. I bet my chair is rolling backwards. The floor is slightly sloped in my room. And so my chair just has a habit of rolling away from my desk at random moments. Which is so very useful. Cannot believe how useful it is. So, how's everyone doing? Alright, well the tea is too hot to drink currently. But it is here now. So next sip will be of tea. Are you sure you don't want to come say hi, bud? No? No. Very much no. Okay. So we just settle in and do a few more attempts. You know, it's nice. For some reason today, especially, I hope it's a regular thing now, but for some reason today especially, things that should be making me really frustrated, or that would normally be making me really frustrated, just are not. Ow. Fair enough. Like this kind of thing is something that I would normally get incredibly frustrated by. Or say the Grim fight. Oh, whoops. That would be something that's incredibly frustrating to me normally. And it's chill. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. Is this really too hot? Yeah, that is definitely too hot to drink. Don't drink the tea yet. I want the tea, but I must not drink the tea. It is. I'm really happy about it. That's why I spent so long. Ow. That's why I spent so long fighting Grim at the beginning, because I was like, hell yeah, I'm enjoying this. This would normally be stressful, but now I'm just having fun. If we do beat not Path of Pain, but White Palace-y area, whatever it is, I would love to go back to doing more Grim. Instead of just ending stream here. Because I want to do more Grim. I want to eventually beat Grim. Whether I will? I don't know, but I want to. Oh my word, I know, right? That's what I normally am like. I normally really struggle with it. Where I'll tell myself, it's just a game, I just need to take little breaks frequently, ow. And then it'll all be fine. And then I just get really tense and wound up and like, I should be able to do this. Or what I used to find with Dark Souls is I found it really frustrating that I would get good at the boss, I get really good, I get so close to being able to beat them, and then I go from being good to getting worse and worse and worse. The more I tried, the more frustrated I got, the worse I got, and it was like this awful, feedback loop of the more I try, the worse I get, and it's like very annoying, because I was like, I should be better than this. But today I'm like, you know what, Hollow Knight's great, Hollow Knight's fun. What was I saying about Hollow Knight not being the kind of game I normally play? Nonsense! This is so fun and chill, and even though I'm making like 2 millimeters of progress every 20 minutes, there's progress. Yes! Classy. So close. No! No! Even closer. I do need to drink that tea, but it's still too hot. I even put cold water in it as well as milk. Damn it. It's too hot. Okay. Maybe I just stop talking so much for a minute. Oh. I seem to be doing that quite a lot. Do I? I don't mean to. My throat hurts a little bit. Ooh. I mean, yeah, Hollow Knight is a beautiful game. I absolutely love the art style and the music. It's fantastic. Like I'm trying to come... Fair enough, yeah. It's a fantastic game and it's really well made. It just requires high amounts of skill, which I don't have. Or maybe better, easier to say is I don't have reliably. And so I often find that after a stream, if I've not made much progress and I found it really frustrating, I'll end up going, ugh, why am I playing Hollow Knight? This is the kind of game I suck at. But then other days, like today, when even though I'm making no progress, I'm just like, this is cool. I'm like, great, I love Hollow Knight. Weird. True, yeah, this is optional content, so if I was trying to go the easy way, I'd just not do that. And so that makes sense, that this is really hard. But yeah, it's just hard, and so sometimes... And it's not the kind of game I am good at, as well. Not only is it hard, but it's the kind of game that I'm generally bad at anyway. I was pressing jump, but it was just sliding. Weird. It could do with an easier mode. I think maybe, like, it could do with a casual mode. Like, perhaps to turn off, like, you could turn off achievements for that, maybe, if you wanted. Or something. Like, I think a casual mode for the non-optional content could still be good. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it would make it more accessible to more players, but potentially less rewarding for some hardcore players. Sip. Tiny sips, because it's still very hot. It's spicy. Temperature spicy. Yeah, I think so. Like, having an easy mode for Path of Pain seems pointless, because Path of Pain is optional within the optional content. And that's like, Path of Pain is literally just, do you want to test yourself to the limits just for some extra lore? Like, that is all that Path of Pain is, from what I understand. Ow, fair enough. And this, as it is you can unlock another ending, but you don't have to do it. And so I completely understand having an easy mode for this would make it more accessible for some people, but also it's not necessary. But to have an easy mode for the rest of the game might be nice. Because people can, like, I really struggle in Queen's Garden, guess that's kind of optional, but in just any area, it can be really difficult. Sort of, yeah. So having, like, a casual mode might be nice. Because, like, there's a part of me that wants to just, that wants to go everywhere because of the art and because of the music, but also doesn't have the ability. Yeah. Path of Pain is, like, it's called that for a reason. You want to inflict pain on yourself? Sure, here's a way to do it. And it's really hidden, and so most casual players might not find it. Ow. Hey. A map for... Yeah, maybe. Like, if you click casual mode, you have like a basic map to start with or something. Yeah, you get lost, you don't know where to go, the few bosses you find feel too difficult for your current level of skill or your current level of upgrades, and so you're like, okay, I'm not meant to go there because the game is very clearly telling me I don't stand a chance against this, so where am I meant to go? And it can get really difficult to progress. That's pretty much what happened to me, like a couple of years ago. I was trying to play this through, and I got stuck on the Soul Warrior. So not even the actual boss, the mini-boss before the boss. I couldn't beat it, and I felt like there was nowhere else that I could go and nothing else I could do, and so I gave up. And then I played Dark Souls, and then I was like, okay, maybe I have some skills now. And so we'll see, but... how am I meant to get up there? This feels impossible. That's interesting, yeah. I feel like there would always be a bunch of people who are like into the hardcore element of it who go, well, that just, you're decreasing the Hollow Knight-ness of it. But yeah. Adaptable. Ah, interesting. Yeah. I am the kind of person who feels like having an easy mode shouldn't take away from people wanting to play at hard mode. And if it does take away in a way, you can even have casual mode remove achievements, or like have only one ending unlocked, or have not have as many secrets or something like that. If you wanted to like make it so that it's advised to do it on the harder difficulties. But I think it would just, because this game is just fun when it's not too difficult. It's really fun, and the art style's charming, and the music's beautiful, and it's an experience I think a lot of people would really enjoy if it wasn't quite as hard as it is. Ow. I wasn't looking at the screen. That's my mistake. Look at the screen when you're parkouring. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think having an easier mode for some games would be better. Or not even better, just like, would make it more accessible. Because sure, if I was given the option, I would probably play this on easy, and I would probably finish it a lot sooner, but it would also mean I'd be more open to trying more of the challenges. Ow. That was stupid. But yeah, who knows? I like games with sort of accessibility that's very changeable. Like, what's it called? Everhood was a difficult game. Even on the easiest of easy modes, it's still very difficult. You still had to have skill with that, but Everhood had this really cool thing where you can change the difficulty at any point during the experience. So you don't have to commit to it. I really like that. So in Everhood, I'd be playing at sort of easy or normal, and then I'd find a really difficult boss, and I'm getting nowhere with them, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna change it to, like, very easy or something for a little bit, and that all that affects is how fast you regen health during the battles. And then that meant I could beat the boss, and I wouldn't be stuck at it for 3 hours. Ow, ow, did you have to ricochet me that way, buddy? So, like, that's the kind of thing I really like. True, I do respect that. I know that's a thing about it. But also it does mean I have never finished Dark Souls 3 because the bosses were so hard they made me cry. And that's something I will probably never do. And that's something I wish I could have done, because it's a really cool game, and I know there's, like, some people have their favourite bosses in the middle of the late game second DLC, and I never reached it. I do think, to a certain degree, having games at the point of them is just hard. But yeah, I do understand the idea of, like, the entire point of the game is that it is hard. And things like, I don't know why I've mentioned Geometry Dash so frequently today, but Geometry Dash has a practice mode, which is easy mode, essentially. And it's very clearly, you're not meant to do it this way, but it also means you get to see the whole level if you want, like that kind of thing. Even if the entire point of the game is to be hard, I completely get that, but then my argument would be add an easy mode that is discouraged, maybe. Or add like something that makes it a little bit easier, so that people can experience the full thing. It is a very good one. Yeah. Even if the game devs say, like, the game is intended to be played at X difficulty, but we're including this so that people who have slow reaction times or slower, or people who just feel like they need it can play it. That, I don't know. Yeah. Like, there are times when I would like one of those in easy mode. Like, I guess Elden Ring does it a little bit with the summons. You can have a bunch of people who come along and help you, and I like that. I was using them all the time, and I know people kind of look down on that for some reason, and I never understood that mentality. Because summoning people to help you with the boss fights is part of the game. Why do you dislike the fact that I'm using part of the game to make it an experience I can actually handle? I don't know. I don't know. I suppose if Dark Souls is marketed as that, I get that, but interesting. Yeah, no, I found a lot of people who did. But I think Hollow Knight is kind of an exception in the fact that it doesn't look like it fits the genre. It's a platformer game, and they're often not incredibly hard, and it's got a really cutesy, cartoony-esque style. And, like, I can imagine a lot of people look at it and look at the trailers and look at the art and look at the style of game and they go, this looks amazing, and then it doesn't have an easy mode and a lot of people quit because it's insanely hard. Ow. I'm getting worse and worse at this section. I also absolutely failed at my goal to not speak until my tea's cool enough for me to drink, but hey, oh well. Yeah. That is true, Aardvark. That is very true. More and more games are just getting insanely difficult for no apparent reason. It's cool. Fair enough. Like, yeah, that's fair, but if anyone knows about it that much, sure, you'll know that, but if you just see it on Steam, you're not necessarily going to know that. But it is very cool. Ooh, I almost ran into the spikes there, because I was looking at chat and not at the screen. Why? I can't even get up there anymore. I don't know how I'm meant to do this bit. Yeah, I wasn't aware that this game was marketed as being incredibly hard. I don't remember that. Like, back when I initially got it, I don't think I expected it to be... Yeah. I didn't expect it at all to be as hard as it was. Yeah. That is another point of if you realise that this game is incredibly hard and you got it from somewhere that doesn't accept returns, that is very, very frustrating. What? No, I was... This feels like very much a losing battle. Because I'm making no progress. Yeah, no, that I do understand. Like, I don't think you should pander to the people who expect it to be easy. I just think forcing it to be incredibly difficult isn't necessarily going to make it available to a lot of would-be players. What the hell, man? Yeah, it is. It's weird. Yeah, it's accessible, but also less accessible in a way. Like, it's accessible in a way that you can leave areas that feel too hard, but also the bosses are really hard. And it's, yeah, I don't know. Ay. I might leave this area. Where? No, I don't have a map. What was the route up here like? Are you kidding me, man? Of course. Okay, where is the bench? I know there's a bench around here. Here it is. Alright. How do I get out of here is a question. There's a way out over here. Because I'm not gonna be able to beat this right now. So... Oh, nice! Yeah, that's true. Right, out we come. Hello. Whoosh. Let's go whack our head against Grim for a bit, huh? Okay, we got this, we got this. We have to have that, and then probably this or the immunity. I don't know. Maybe we start with immunity. Yeah, fair enough. It goes very quickly to nearly impossible, which is fair enough, because it's optional content, so I completely respect the fact that it's insanely hard. But yeah, some of the areas in this game do feel borderline unfair, and they are necessary. But, oh well. 'Tis how it goes. Oh, you did this lady have anything else to say? No. Ready? No, I don't know what you're ready for. I don't know what she's ready for, but... More Grim, yes. For a bit. We're not expecting to do very well, but that's fine. Isn't really optional. Well, given that you can get an ending, it is. You know what might be worth trying is trying the end boss fight, actually. Try get ending 1. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I think it would benefit this game to have some form of easier mode. Even if they then said things like Nightmare Grim or off limits or whatever. I don't know. Even just having an easier mode that applies to this as well might be quite nice for a lot of people. Hit him. Hi, buddy. Ow, fair enough. Ow. Ooh. Oh, golly. Ow. You know what I actually really want to do is try that end boss fight. I know that means I'll have to fight my shade a bunch of times. Grim is the easier mode. True, Nightmare Grim is the hard mode, Grim is the easy mode. I do think practicing on Nightmare Grim really does help in a way. It does mean you are considerably better at, like, say... Let's try this one. At, you have to be fast with Nightmare Grim, so maybe that does help. Yeah, it does help with the rest of the game, in a way, because you don't have to be as fast for everybody else. Let's meet this person! I've never started this boss fight before. Wait, not that button. Let's take a look. We have, yeah, 100% completion. Doing really good with that. You know, it might at some point be worth going down and doing more dream stuff. One day, you know, there's a whole bunch, I know there's so much content that I've just completely missed. And that I should do a second playthrough to get, or continue doing this playthrough beyond the end to get, but also at the same time, there is so much. How am I ever meant to get it? Alright, hello. That's nuts. Oh, whoops. Hi there. How you doing? You're very shiny. Oh, you look at me. Interesting. Can I dream nail these? No. Can I dream nail you? No. Hi, buddy. I feel like I'm making the biggest mistake of my tiny little insect life. Hi, we're about to be great friends. Namely, I'm about to call you a bunch of names because you're about to beat me up. Right? Tall and skinny. I feel like maybe if my character ate more Brussels sprouts or something, they'd grow up to be like that. Whoa, hi. Ooh. Oh, is it refreshing or what to have somebody who does normal damage? Oh, hi. Oh, what are those? Hi. No, bad. Ow. Oi, bad. Thank you. I appreciate that you let me heal a little bit there. What is that? What are those? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Didn't know you were one of those bosses who I can tire. What are you? Did you just stab yourself? Excuse me? What is that? That's gross. No, that's gross. Stop that. You're flying now. Excuse me? Hi. I have so many questions, buddy. Ow. Ow. Ah. Ah. Scary. Scary, scary. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. You're doing a lot of shrieking. Heal. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh! No way, you have a second stage, right? Oh, I'm eating the disease. I guess? Whoa. Oh, he's gone. I should have dream nailed him. Ooh, hello. Whoa. I don't find that sad. I find that admirable because my little guy just... The Hollow Knight achievement, yay. Because he took his place, right? So that means I sealed the disease away. Hell yeah. But that is very true. That is not at all what I expected to happen. I wish I'd dream nailed him at the end. I should have done that. Kinda want to fight him again so I can dream nail him. True. Fair enough. I thought it was just big. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's so much lore. He was stabbing himself, which I found concerning. He was like... Yeah, I didn't understand what that was, but I don't know why he was doing that. I don't want these. Can I make them faster? Yeah, I did notice at the end he was slower. Oh, I see. Yeah, that is pretty kind of sad. Yeah. I don't know how to make these go faster, so we will appreciate them, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna do that fight again. Get that ending again, because I want to dream nail him and see what he has to say. But we're gonna see if we can... Yeah, Automod doesn't like swearing. Because this is a family-friendly channel. But yeah. I want to dream nail him and find out. Yes. Sounds good. Deny that. There we go. I don't know if there's a way to speed these up. I can't tab. There does not seem to be a way to speed these up. Is there a way to speed these up? Because I want to do the ending again, but also if the credits are going to take a while each time, that might be a bit awkward. But we did 100% completion. Nice, that is a lot of backers. Hell yeah. This game definitely deserves it. This is a really cool game. Hey! Achieving this great feat, you persevered and you triumphed. Hope you... That's sweet. That is sweet. But true. Completion. What does that mean? Achievement. Achieve 100% game completion and finish the game. Yay! 60 hours. Oh, that's in... Oh, no way am I doing that. But that's in, the resting grounds, right? Oh, look at that! That's so creepy! That's changed! Cool. However, I'm gonna do this. So I saw it. What? The new loading screen. That is a creepy menu. Okay, let's see. Definitely don't really... We absolutely wiped the floor with that guy, which I kind of feel bad about. I do want to dream nail him and find out what he has to say. Guess all these was fine. Because we did pretty decently there. Wait, how many is this? That's 2. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. I don't consider us done, obviously, because I do want to see if I can get through the... I'll do like... I think we'll do one more stream of this, so next Friday. We're gonna do more. And we're going to see what we can do. We're gonna see if we can get to, like, get through the White Palace and see what we can see. And I do want to know, like, I would love to beat Nightmare Grim. Don't know if I will. I would love to. So I don't consider myself done. But yes, it's creepy. I do want to... Okay, we're doing... Hi, can I... Hi, Hollow Knight. Yo! Are you... Ooh, nice one. You know... I'm sorry. I want to dream nail you, but you're not tired yet. Okay, never mind. Okay, dream nail. No, you didn't like that. Okay, I can't... What do you mean I can't invade your mind? Ooh, that was double damage. That was also double damage. Owie. Good job. Fair enough. I wanted to dream nail you. Ooh, owie. GG. You love what? Fair enough. Oh my word. Now I don't know if I would ever... Hi, buddy. You're really easily accessible. Hi, friend. I don't know if I would ever try Steel Soul mode. That just seems like... I don't do hardcore in anything. I don't even do hardcore in Minecraft. I don't know if I'd ever try that. But I can see myself... like, wanting to beat Grim at some point. Nightmare Grim. And then I can also see myself potentially wanting to try something like Path of Pain. I don't know if I would. Like, I'd try it, but I feel like I'm not really a hardcore gamer. I don't tend... This is why I'm on the side of I'd like easy modes, because I don't tend to enjoy things that are primarily an experience of frustration. Which is why I'm still surprised that I ever enjoyed Dark Souls. But yeah, I can see myself wanting to do certain things, like wanting to access the Pantheon, to try the Pantheon. Like, I would like to be able to taste a lot of the stuff. Hello, I sat back down again. For example, now we've unlocked an ending. I want to go back to Grim. because I would love to beat him. Don't know how realistic it is, but I would love to beat him. Whoosh! So we now know what it's like to take the place of the Hollow Knight. And what I also find interesting is that the seal didn't have any masks on it, obviously, because we killed all the dreamers. So I wonder if that means we just, like, are the seal? Because the way we broke open the seal is we killed the dreamers and then we broke the masks. So there's just no way to free the little dude after you've put him in there, I guess. I didn't get to dream nail the guy at the end, but it seems like he doesn't want to be dream nailed. I think what'll probably happen is next week, because I will do one more stream of this and we'll see how it goes. And then next week, if I do decide that's going to be the end, no matter what I've done, there will be a point where I would like to hear a lot of the... I would love to know a lot of the lore. Like, I would love it if you guys told me exactly what's going on, and who means what, and what means this, and why this is significant. I would love to hear that, but I want to give myself as much of a chance to find it of my own accord as I can, and so next week will be the last chance, I suppose. Yeah, that is a good point. What have I figured out so far? What I know is that the Hollow Knight is containing some disease, and what I think happened is that the king and queen, I guess, created this type of bug that I am, the one with the little mask and the cape and everything. They created them to contain it. The king and whoever else made them to be vessels for it. Hi, Pico. And so that's why there's so many failed ones in that horrible abyss, and they're all called, like, siblings or lost kin and that kind of thing. And the Hollow Knight was eventually the one that was good enough to take and work, and I think Hornet is one of... Shh. Be quiet, please. Hornet's one of these, as far as I'm aware, the gendered child, who then is different for some reason. She looks like her mother more than the king or something. I'm not sure why she's different. Why are you getting excited? But I do know Hornet seems to be like this little one, because she said something about also having that emptiness inside. And then these were, like, designed to... Pika has... Yeah, she does, doesn't she? You have your own theories, huh? Hornet's, like, designed the same way as these things. These were designed to hold the illness. And then the dreamers sacrifice their lives to live in constant dreaming to seal... They sealed the disease into the Hollow Knight, then chained him up in there, and then they sealed it with the dreamers to make sure it stayed there. And then so instead of curing the disease, they just hid it. Is, as far as I am aware, and I know there's a lot of other characters with a lot of other significance, but I'm not 100% sure of this. And from what I know of the Grimm stuff, it seems to be these are a traveling troupe of bugs who take something that they turn to fire, take something from... They go to fallen kingdoms, basically. They visit fallen kingdoms and they take their sustenance from the fallen kingdoms and do an ever more evil ritual and get more powerful, whatever it is. And that's about it. That's probably about all I know. But yeah, I'm also very interested in the fact that Silk Song you play as Hornet, which I'm looking forward to. You know very little. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know much either. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more stuff next Friday, because yeah, I'm pretty sure I am aware of the fact that the White Palace is like one of the most lore-heavy areas in the game. Ow, I cornered myself. Ooh, ow. Nice, 2 hits. Ow, there we go. I know. I am also looking forward to that one to come out. I can't guarantee I'll do a full playthrough of it, but I do want to play it. Maybe it'll be my next long playthrough. Because I am thinking the way I'm gonna approach streaming going forward is I'll have one long form playthrough and then I'll do a bunch of other stuff on the side. It's kind of my plan. Each area has its own lore, fair enough. But like, I think from what I'm aware, maybe global lore-wise, is the White Palace. Or maybe it's just the Path of Pain lore, I don't know. I think you learn a bunch of stuff about like the illness, I think? Oh golly, that was a mistake. Yep, there we go. It's just important stuff, yeah. Sort of the overarching why this is happening lore, rather than this is this person. Like, I mean, all the lore is really cool, I'm sure. But I think, because like the mantises will have their own lore, of course, and so will the hive, and everything has its own lore. But I think, from what I am aware, like the Path of Pain and the White Palace provide the sort of why this is all happening and what the king's role was in it, I think. Potentially. Hi there. Ow, you chatty, rude man. That's rude. Ow. Okay, well that... Fair enough. Critical... yeah. Probably. I don't know, man. I wouldn't know enough lore to know. But yeah, I imagine after next stream, we'll... I doubt it. A lot of games have really hidden and confusing lore anyway. I think after next stream, we'll either know the lore from the White Palace, or we'll know that I'm not going to ever beat the White Palace. Whichever way it ends up, we will find out more. And then whichever way that ends up, you guys can tell me the lore learned in the Path of Pain, because I'm no way in hell am I trying that. Ow, there we go. Hi, Pico. Hey. I'm doing great, aren't I? I'm just getting the... I'm getting the living daylights beaten out of me by this guy. Oh well. Oh, that was stupid of me. Oh, hey, you cornered me. Rude. Ow. And I'm dead. Yeah. I think that'll probably be... That's probably the bit that's the hardest to do. You are definitely allowed to say that, stupid Streamlabs. It's hyper nervous about people being... It thought you were bullying someone. Hello. Hi. It's fine, it's just automod. I love Grim. Grim's design is so cool. He's awesome, man. Grim is the coolest. I do want to change my charms, I think. I don't know. There is no way in hell I'm beating this guy. I don't know. Now I'm feeling I'm kind of restless about anything we try and do, like I want to beat the White Palace, but I also don't know if I can beat the White Palace. Because that bit was insane. I really like his design. But also, I'm not gonna be able to beat Grim. That's just a fact. Whoosh. A whoosh. Hi, Grim. A whoosh. A whoosh. Doopity-doopity-doo. Swoosh. I think Grim's got one of my favorite character designs in the game. I also do really like Hornet's design. Ow. Ooh. Mistakes have been made. Ooh-wee, lots of mistakes have been made. Ow. An unreasonable amount of mistakes. Yeah. At some point I'll probably end up finding out a whole bunch of the lore through some means or other. But yeah. White Lady. Ooh, she was cool. She's the one with all the roots in her hair, right? And the other one's the Grey Mourner. Yeah. Oh, for the White Palace, I see. Right, a video 2 of how to do it. Got ya. That might well be the route, yeah. Sorry, buddy. I needed to cough, so I wasn't paying attention to you. Oh, really, buddy? Really, mate? Screw you. How? Your legs are so annoying. I really wish that the hitbox didn't extend to his leg. You hate Zoe. Fair enough, yeah. You know, I really don't think I'm going to achieve anything with this. Hi. Little bird. I'm trying to settle on what to attempt next. Or if I might just end up calling it because it has me an extra hour. I don't know. Hi, buddy. What do you hate about Zoe? Is it just his personality? Sore throat, sorry. Zoe is very annoying and very entitled and stuck up, but I felt... Yes, we are here. I knew we would be. Nice. I did feel incredibly guilty for absolutely kicking his butt in the Colosseum, because I felt very bad that, like, if he'd at least been able to lay a hit on me, I would have felt maybe slightly better about absolute. Oh wait, no, wait, Grimothy might actually be really useful in this bit, but I've made a grave mistake, so I should really not be here. Take me back, please. Okay, that worked. I made a mistake. I need my money. Yeah, he is. I'm impressed by that. It's ridiculous, but hey. Okay, we need the honey. No worries. This, we want quick slash. And the extra health, I think. Hi, you're an adorable little bird, I know. Maybe Grim would help. Whoopsies. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Whee. Here we are. Do you want it? Thanks. Makes life a bit easy for me. Damn it. You know what? I think Grimothy actually is a good call in this particular zone. Potentially. Hi, Pico. Oh, I have 0 soul. Okay, enough to heal. Ow. Fair enough. Ow. Okay, thank you, buddy. You'll spare Zote from... Fair enough. So close. This little Grimothy has been actually very helpful because it's meant I've been able to get up there reliably. But yeah. Yeah, I don't find anything about Zote's character redeeming necessarily. Personally, I don't like him as a character, but I do feel guilty about the fact that I absolutely demolished him. Yeah, I don't like him, but I felt bad about destroying him so much. Because it seems very clear to me that he's really insecure. If he's bragging constantly, and then he just has like a stick. It's gotta... I mean, it's not gonna feel good. That's this tiny little insect is constantly... No! So close. So close. I almost got that. Yeah. I'm curious about his lore as well, because he seems to have made a promise to somebody to do something or other. Because, like, if you dream mail him, he says something about fulfilling his promise finally, and I'm curious about that. Damn, Grimothy, you are super useful here. Ow, that was not useful, but Grimothy's useful. He does. He really does. Yeah. He's a very odd one. I feel like he's a character who's designed to be unlikable, and that makes me somewhat curious about him in a way. No! I'm so close. Damn it. I'm getting closer. Not having to worry about those bug things here is so good. Mila. Oh yeah, she's the little minor one, isn't she? Oh, I feel so bad about her. That genuinely made me really sad. That she went... Yes, no, yes, okay, close. No, damn it. I was so close, I was so close. I grazed against the wall, but I couldn't quite jump. Yeah, that is exactly how he was designed. That is very true. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Grim. Okay, I need to do that one again. Pico. No escalating, okay? No need to escalate. Hi. What do you want? Yep. Hi! You rude little gremlin. I do find it really funny that Grimothy got the Hunter's Journal stat for these guys all the way up for me. No! I missed. I was meant to bounce off them, but I missed. Dang it. And heal. Nice. Oh, you missed him! How'd you do that? Grimothy, you've never missed that guy. You even hit him when I'm not asking you to hit him. Thank you, buddy. Progress is progress, indeed. Oops. you, buddy. Ah. He's trolling me. He really is. I'm gonna move my shark because he's underneath the bird and I don't want to get bird poo on him. Don't worry about it. There we go. Okay. Here we go. No, I mistimed that extra jump. So close. We're getting really close. Hey bees, how you doing? And yes, Grimathy is being so useful here. He's been really useful all through any area where there's no ground. Ow. That was me. Alright, no worries. I'll probably be ending it fairly soon. But yes, thank you for the luck, Heinrich. You guys really don't like Grimathy much, do you? Okay. Come on, come on. Yes! 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 Thank you, Grimathy. I'm gonna give you a bit of rest though, because you've been not useful for the rest of the time. We did it! Who knew? We just needed Grimathy. Oh my word. Yeah, you know what? It might well just be worth going, we did that. How proud I am. I'm proud of that. And I think, given that it's been 4 hours, and the next bit looks like actual hell, maybe we call it here. We will pick this up again next Friday. Or, potentially Monday. I'm not sure because most of my friends have like working things happening. Like Rihanna has work and Dawn has some serious computer issues. So multiplayer Deep Rock isn't really going to be a thing for the foreseeable future. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do single player Deep Rock or if I'm just going to play other stuff. We will see. However, get to menu? Yes. For Monday. Fair enough. I also will have to start stream late on Friday. Probably. So we will see. I'm not sure what we'll do yet, but we will see. Yeah. Wednesday will be the same. Wednesday will be art streams because there's no reason to interrupt that. It's just if we wanna maybe Hollow Knight. It depends. It really does depend on what I'm feeling, I guess. We will see. I will update you on Monday, I suppose. That's the best option, is to check the Discord on Monday. Speaking of Discord, on Monday I will tell you in the announcement what we'll be up to. But yeah, everyone have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much, everyone, for sticking with me through this manic chaos. This was really, really fun. If you stick around for just a minute, I'm going to see if I can find somebody to raid. Oh, he's playing Conan Exiles, but I kind of really want to go say hi to Samus again. Or maybe Zerk, because Zerk is cool. Let me take a look at Hollow Knight streams. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh, this person's doing the first playthrough. I don't know. Somebody's title is F the Path of Pain. Fair enough. You know what, yeah, this person is specifically wanting no help or tips or tricks or anything. It's a blind playthrough. So bear that in mind. Completely blind first playthrough. Please don't be that person who comes in with a raid and spoils. I'm sure you guys won't, you're all lovely. I'm gonna wait for an ad or two to finish before we go. But yeah, so we're about to raid somebody. And so have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all so much for coming. Thanks for coming. It was really fun. I'm proud of the progress we made today. We beat a couple of bosses first try, which has like never happened to me in Hollow Knight at all. But hey, love it. Okay, let's set this up. Then I'm gonna use a couple more commands, or just one actually. If you wanted to see the rest of my Hollow Knight playthrough, it's up on the VODs channel. If you end up missing a stream and you want to catch up, it'll be up on there. If you want to... Hey, look, I don't know who's still here. You can do them again if you want. But yes, so the VODs channel is there for all the old videos we have. We have some highlights. We've got some... I don't put the art streams up, but we have the highlights of Pico being insane from the art streams up there if you want to see Pico content. We also have a bunch of old videos there if you want to see. And the Discord, as I did earlier, give yourself the member role if you want to access a lot of the channels, but it's a lot of fun. I would personally recommend joining the Discord, because I think it's fun. There's pets channels. Be great to see you there. But if I don't see you before, I will see you on Monday. Or if not, maybe Wednesday or Friday, because I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at midday UK time. Thank you so much for coming, and have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys around. Let's go say hi to Himo. See you guys. Bye.